This beat was produced by AtomicBeats.com.
There's always somebody who really wants to make you fall, but you can rise above it all. Don't listen to the lies that try to make you feel so small, 'cause you're a hurricane and you're riding through the storm, riding through the storm.
I take a hit of the hay to ease the pain, wondering whether it's better to put a hole in my brain, 'cause a hollow bottle just ain't the same. I need a full body Novocaine. If this thing they call life is all a game, I quit, fuck it, all y'all can play. Everyone just skips me anyway. I'm sick of eating off the bottom of the food chain. It's enough to drive a man insane. Where do you go when there's nowhere in this world you belong? Everything you love is either dead or gone. When you've done so much wrong that anymore you and the devil can't even get along. So it's no wonder that I turn to song to cope with all this shit. There's a reason why I'm pissed, there's a reason why I spit, there's a reason why I sit hour after hour wondering if it's all worth it.
There's always somebody who really wants to make you fall, but you can rise above it all. Don't listen to the lies that try to make you feel so small, 'cause you're a hurricane and you're riding through the storm, riding through the storm.
When I was little, I had a vision that when I spoke, yeah, people would listen. But I was born in a life of lower class prison. Poverty's like narcolepsy, you stuck in that position. But I made a decision that I'd never quit, I'd never walk away like my fucking father did. And even though every day I was hit more than a little bit and told daily I never amount to shit, I flush it off like toothpaste. Rule of thumb is everyone's two-faced. I learned quick that dreams are made of failure, hate, rage, and a two-stain pillowcase. Shit, I remember doing shows in my hometown, seeing 5 or 6 people standing around. DJs fucking with me, turn the interface down, and the demos that I passed out thrown on the ground. Damn, the waves hell.
There's always somebody who really wants to make you fall, but you can rise above it all. Don't listen to the lies that try to make you feel so small, 'cause you're a hurricane and you're riding through the storm, riding through the storm.
Fuck, not again. I feel nested, woke up from another dream, wetted and sweated. I can see right where this is headed, straight for Armageddon. My head is shredded, feels like I'm death-bedded, like I'm meth-headed. That regretted picking up a sedative, 'cause it's close to the same, at the least a relative. I put my everything in this, more than anybody know. I put my blood, sweat, and soul into my goal. You might call it flow, but I call it anger control. If you took the time to listen to my lyrics as a whole, you know what I mean, this ain't no fucking joke. 'Cause your jaw be on the flow like whoa. Oh my God, I keep time like a church bell. But how I get them to feel how I felt. Scratch, claw, scream, yell, like Lucifer himself is what they want, so fucking give them
There's
hell.
always somebody who really wants to make you fall, but you can rise above it all. Don't listen to the lies that try to make you feel so small, 'cause you're a hurricane and you're riding through the storm, riding through the storm. Riding through the storm. Riding through the storm.
I figured it out.
Figured out what?
You know how we were wondering what we were gonna do for money and all, being as we don't want to get jobs and whatnot?
Yeah?
Check this out.
Sin V style.
These dreams ain't good for my health. Out of reach, up on the shelf. These dreams, yeah, are power and wealth. These dreams seem way bigger than myself. I take it to extreme. These dreams punch a hole in the wall and scream just to blow off some steam that can take people and make them machines. I'm talking these dreams, yeah, these dreams. slicing an onion. Cause walking in my shoes gonna give you a bunion. Cause not knowing where my next meal gonna come from. In my boy's funeral, cause the damage with gun done. Leave you confused like hitting a stun gun. I was coming undone when I just needed someone. So rap's where I go when I got something to run from. I'm a sucker for this shit, man, I must be a dum-dum. Cause as of today, man, we fall for pay. Still living day to day and paid to pay. Plus, we got a kid on the way, tripping. There ain't no quitting, gotta keep spitting. Keep ducking and dipping the venom. These haters keep kicking. And my dad said, boy, you better listen. These wild dreams you create ain't pushing weight or putting food on your plate. So better get your priorities straight. Cause these dreams ain't good for my health. Out of reach, up on the shelf. These dreams of power and wealth. These dreams seem way bigger than myself. I take it to extreme. These dreams punch a hole in the wall and scream just to blow off some steam. They can take people and make them machines. I'm talking these dreams, yeah, these dreams. I hate this shit, man, where's the fast forward? I want a life filled with money and passports. Not a worry in the world, 2 feet on the dashboard. Like what the fuck, man, is that too much to ask for? Got a $20 bill, I can spot you. All you do, homie, is ask. I got you, got the look for this shit. Right down to the tattoos, more talent than most. Yeah, I got that too. I've been breaking my spine for this rhyme. Tried to go to college, but my dad wouldn't co-sign. The only thing that I can truly call mine is my studio, which, by the way, I bought a piece at a time. Ugh, but fuck 'em. I wanna feel the heat of pushing the deadline. I wanna be heard way more than I shine. Just sit back, watch the money grow straight benign. Recline, kick back, and just soak up the sunshine. These dreams ain't good for my health. Out of reach, up on the shelf. These dreams of power and wealth. These dreams seem way bigger than myself. I take it to extreme. These dreams punch a hole in the wall and scream just to blow off some steam. They can take people and make them machines. I'm talking these dreams, yeah, these dreams, When they told me I couldn't, I showed them I can. But the hardest part about it, fam, is getting anyone to give a damn. But those that hold your hand every step of the plan, man, they fans. And the guy that winning, they like to make fun of them. And they come in numbers, at least 100 of them. Saying my name, so I shout out some of them. But fucking man, look, I love every one of them. Cause it's all good, you know why? Cause I've come a long way from just sitting around getting high. Now everybody's salty, call them a small fry. If success means being a boss, then I'll be the bad guy. These dreams ain't good for my health. Out of reach, up on the shelf. These dreams of power and wealth. These dreams seem way bigger than myself. I take it to extreme. These dreams punch a hole in the wall and scream just to blow off some steam. They can take people and make them machines. I'm talking these dreams, yeah, these dreams ain't good for my health. Out of reach, up on the shelf. These dreams, yeah, of power and wealth. These dreams seem way bigger than myself. I take it to extreme. These dreams punch a hole in the wall and scream just to blow off some steam. They can take people and make them machines. I'm talking these dreams, yeah, these dreams,
Do you have a dream, George?
Well, I would if I could get some fucking sleep.
You have a dream. And maybe you will accomplish it. But yet you failed. Why?
Because I got caught.
No, Marito. You failed because you had the wrong dream.
I'm tired, man. I'm damn tired. Look, I've never been so sure of something in my life before. And it's dark. It's evil.
Failure, never made it. My family devastated. A lifetime just wasted. Bitterness has been tasted. Because I never made it. My family devastated. A lifetime just wasted. Because I never made it.
I never made it, cause I'm trapped in a bubble. My whole career's been built out of ashes and rubble. It's muddled. My shining moments, yeah, I've had a couple, but the vision of my career may be just a little bit subtle. Cause Hollywood, it's a jungle, that's a completely different mud puddle. They'll strap you to the muzzle and tie you down with a belt buckle. But if that's which one, you'll better know how to juggle. Cause you show them the least amount of trouble, they'll throw you more curves than a mother jigsaw puzzle. But what do I go and do? I flex and show my muscle, walk right up to the game and hit that in the face with a shovel. But during this struggle, I can't lie, I got knocked on the muckle of times and walked away from the fight with bloody knuckles. Then chuckle, so you think you ready to rap just cause of all the you might have smuggled. Take a seat with all the other pricks beyond befuddled. Think you played your cards right, you better reshuffle. I'm telling you now, put the mic down, turn your around and go back to your girlfriend that likes to cuddle.
Failure, never made it. My family devastated. A lifetime just wasted. Bitterness has been tasted because I never made it. My family devastated. A lifetime just wasted because I never made it.
Listen up, Ingrid, yeah, cause I'm talking to you. All we can trust is each other now, boo. Now I know what Drake meant too. No new friends, no new friends, no new. Cause these people wanna see you split in two. God, what I get us into? We got a story, now it's being written new. Our dreams are coming true. I mean, God, girl, who knew? Even in lieu of all the times of being screwed and all the ado that I was put through, I'm still making a reality of the dreams that I pursue. I don't mean to speak for you, but I'm shocking them more than Pikachu. But don't worry, you're a pretty little face, boo. I want you to know that I can see right through all the lies the man likes to tell you. For the first time in history, they're bitten off more than they can chew. I promise you, I'll never sell my soul for worldly wounds. I'll scream it and mute to you until my face is blue. They want problems, best believe I brew a hella homemade batch of beef stew. Their lurks don't run out like a worn out brake shoe.
Failure, never made it. My family devastated. A lifetime just wasted. Bitterness has been tasted because I never made it. My family devastated. A lifetime just wasted because I never made it.
Check it, I need a ray of sunshine to take this rain cloud and break it. I need to flip the world upside down and shake it. I've been the game, but no, we never dated. I shouldn't feel obligated to love her when I feel hated. But the game's like a liquor bottle, sometimes you gotta take it and use it to blur out how your life's been desecrated and black out all the problems that you created. Now, you see why it's translated as faded, do you? Yeah, I'm talking to him. Yeah, you, the one that's hiding behind this pen, the one that's writing this song, feeling sorry for himself again, playing the world's smallest violin, so good at giving advice when others ask, but when it comes to him, he sticks up his chin, not taking the same advice that he gave them. Funny how that works. Look, now you're a comedian. How you supposed to lead when you never followed greater men? Answer that and maybe then you'll reach them.
Failure, never made it. My family devastated. A lifetime just wasted. Bitterness has been tasted because I never made it. My family devastated. A lifetime just wasted because I never made it.
The answer is rather easy. This is different. Some of you will not and cannot accept change. This is a tech production.
I'm walking in the rain, sweats in a hoodie. Drake walking to me like he talking to me. I mean, could he? No, I mean, could he? Shit, he fucking missed that bitch, but should he? Look, and we all been in that very position. the key to someone's heart, the very ignition. And she put up with your shit to the point it's sickening. And she left your ass cause you don't know how to listen. Now you dealing with the life of your selfish decisions. How much does it hurt? Very, bro. Don't you wish you hadn't called her a crazy hoe? Don't you turn off that song when they come on the radio? Thought so. So now you just sitting slow, hitting your pop, bro. And she ain't coming back, you gonna sit there and rock, bro, and say that it's fine, but it's not, bro. Just know she'll never trust you again, but thinks about it a lot, though. It's strange, it's a feverish blue, cause people don't change, and neither do you. No, neither do you. It's the human creature in you. Maybe they can make a believer of you. I may sound delirious, but girl, I'm serious. Now that you good and you promise your heart, so travel down the far road away from your heart, though, cause you fucking around and fixing to get your heart broke. When you leave her alone, hearts will break. When you go through her cell phone, hearts will break. When you never come home and hide your shame behind the Santa cologne, hearts will break. When you refuse to listen, hearts will break. When she's sitting, wishing she could take back all the love given, cause your sex appeal's driven by these nothing-ass women. Hearts will break, yeah, hearts will break. She's sitting around thinking that it'll quit, but instead she's turning to a bitter and brittle bitch. So now she running to some non-committal bitch, and she know it ain't love, but shit, it is for a little bit. It ain't shit, but it's more than you give her. Name one promise that you ever delivered. Name the last time you actually kissed her. She get the voicemail all the time. Man, I guess that you missed her. Yeah, you out on the road, you been gone for a while. When's the last time you put a number in your phone dial? What's the last thing you did to make that girl smile? Oh, that's right, the girl hasn't smiled in a long while, and you expect her to actually love you? She always put everything above you. Now you wonder why all she do is push and shove you, cause she doing everything she can to get rid of you. Cause lonely is strange, it's a feverish blue, cause people don't change, and neither do you. No, neither do you. It's the human creature in you. Maybe they can make a believer of you. I may sound delirious, but girl, I'm serious. Now that you good and you promise your heart, so travel down the far road away from your heart, though, cause you fucking around and fixing to get your heart broke. When you leave her alone, hearts will break. When you go through her cell phone, hearts will break. When you never come home and hide your shame behind the Santa cologne, hearts will break. When you refuse to listen, hearts will break. When she's sitting, wishing she could take back all the love given, cause your sex appeal's driven by these nothing-ass women. Hearts will break, yeah, hearts will break. Don't get frustrated. Don't get mad. But look, we can talk about heartbreak and make a discussion of it, but you fucking acting like you think nothing of it. You should see her heart and the destruction of it, but you do, cause you feeling repercussions of it. Ugh, damn, that's a bitter pill to swallow, ain't it? The inside of a heart is pretty hollow, ain't it? And love like hers is hard to borrow, ain't it? And a girl like that's a hard act to follow, ain't it? Look, it's way too late to restart the tape, but learn your lesson, cause it's a start to take. It's way too hard to take apart mistakes, cause when you act like that, man, hearts will break. Truth is lonely is strange, it's a feverish blue, cause people don't change, and neither do you. No, neither do you. It's the human creature in you. Maybe they can make a believer of you. I may sound delirious, but girl, I'm serious. Now that you good and you promise your heart, so travel down the far road away from your heart, though, cause you fucking around and fixing to get your heart broke. When you leave her alone, hearts will break. When you go through her cell phone, hearts will break. When you never come home and hide your shame behind the Santa cologne, hearts will break. When you refuse to listen, hearts will break. When she's sitting, wishing she could take back all the love given, cause your sex appeal's driven by these nothing-ass women. Hearts will break, hearts will break. When you leave her alone, hearts will break. When you go through her cell phone, hearts will break. When you never come home and hide.
Big shout out to all the ladies in the chat. We are live. We are live. We are live. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me now? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Big shout out to everyone watching this. Jrod on point. I'm in the big channel today. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Big shout out to Jane. Big shout out to Trisha. Deception dismantle. Kaboom. Big shout out to all the sisters in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciated. I'm very gracious and humble to be here today. It seems like everything that we've been talking about since 2022. Since 2022, ladies and gentlemen, I think that we all have gone through it together. You know how much people was like talking that yak. Big shout out to Amy Conway. He hit different. Big shout out to all of y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much, Trisha. Thank you so much, Amy Conway, with the 1-2-1-2. I want to catch up. I want to catch up with all the comments. We're very, very so much appreciate y'all. Early morning, 12:23. Yeah, no, I didn't went live for the whole weekend, so I had to come and at least start your week the right way. Is nothing like just start the week the best way possible. And you see, I think we all went through it. Far as you see, at least in this community, in the the On Point family community, we have agreed to disagree. We have gone through the emotions. We have gone through the true crime passion. Um, Sometimes it's more disagree than agree, but I love the fact that we stay together and we able to have conversations with each other, even though if at some point, some way, somehow, it was some kind of disagreement somewhere. Amy Conway said, thank you so much for hitting the like button. We advise you to please make sure to put just a minute particular of DNA on that like button. We promise, we ensure, we guarantee to you that we will not utilize IGG methods against you in the court of law in United States of America and territories. Trisha said, I just don't understand the parents not having questions. You see, Trish, it's just, by the way, the link is right there. If anyone want to pop up and talk about it, today is the day. It's a great day. I miss y'all, haven't seen y'all, haven't talked to y'all for a long time here in the big channel. Y'all know where to find me in the On Point Rican channel. That's where we active. Over here, we coming to consolidate the family. Over here, we coming to keep sharing what we've been knowing and sharing. And something that I'm very proud of in this community is that we've been able to disagree, agree, and have the tough conversation. That's what I'm more proud of, because I understand the criticism is up the hinges. I appreciate all those moderators that they just have stayed with me and trusted me for the past since 2022 in the Kylie Rodney case. I very so much appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, and thanks to you, and thanks to you to keep coming back to develop what we already had talked about. We have the opportunity to confirm those topics, those takes that we've been having since the very beginning of both cases. But in this live stream, the Idaho full brand Kohberger case, I have to appreciate all of you for the hard work, the tough conversations, and they keep coming back for more. I very sincerely, very appreciate it. Thank you for the Trisha said, oh my god, that music. Yeah, I'm salty, my bad, my apologies. My fault. You see, it just I 6 or 7 the volume, right? Brand new teeth too. I feel like a brand new man too. Every time we say, mic check 1 2 1 2. I'm sorry, Trisha, my bad. Salty. She said, just saying, bro, like next time, you know. Jane, how you? Where's Jane? Hold on, let me go all the way. Jane in the building. Hold on, I'll get to that. I want to make sure you know what I'm saying. Jane in the building. Trisha, Amy, listen, don't be shy. Hit the link. You can say hi and bye. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Um, but again, we're very open to have conversations today. Everybody's very welcome. Ladies, just in case y'all know, to my amazing moderators, the chat is wide open. The floodgates of hell are wide open in the chat. So it's a free fall. We, from now on, we're just gonna have like that. One that throws to come to try to troll. Cause you see, it feels good. It feels good after so many years of people criticizing the heck out of us. It feels good to be not just confirmed, verify, double blue check, and like the information that everyone was saying, like, oh, Jrod don't have no credibility. What? By the way, I got the email. I got the screenshot. Big shout outs to them. I'm not even gonna mention it, but listen, I have much love for a lot of content creators here in YouTube. Y'all know me well. I have mad love for a lot of content creators, and I know not every chat. I know that. Listen, I'm not $100 bill to like be cool to everyone. So I know some true crime chats, even though the people that I'm cool with and subscribe to kind of like talk shit about Jrod. Because listen, I don't know. I don't know why the name Jrod on point have to come up on any chat. Because again, small content creator that has done nothing. No credibility at all. Like you see, I still see screenshots on chats saying that over here Jrod on point don't have no credibility. And that was just a regular someone from the chat, no moderator, no nothing, just a regular, right? Big shout out to our regulars. I love y'all, appreciate y'all. No homo, no diddy, no doubt. But in that one particular channel, that person which is a regular, and I get the screenshot like someone saying something like no one wants to give Jrod on point credit and he been right since 2022, some shit like that. I wasn't even really like, I see the email, I was like, cool, that's cute. I got used to it. Listen, I don't need no credit. I don't. Listen, I told you already plenty live streams ago. I don't care how the case gets resolved, as long as it get resolved and benefit for the victims. At this point, right? And I want you to, read the comments, even though if I want to cook. I want to cook today. Y'all know me. So the chat, right? So the regulars say like, oh, Jrod on point don't have no credibility in true crime. And I'm like, what? Like, how long you been in true crime? Like, have you been paying attention to the Idaho Bryan Kohberger case? Like, who you talking to? Oh, I was so upset. I wasn't. But I was like, that's the love that I get these days for my hard work. God is gracious. Oh my God. Y'all so blasphemous to me. You true crime God. Like, thunder at you. By the way, that there is the link for the that there is the link for the panel. If you want to pop up and say that I don't have credibility, listen. At this day today, it has not been not one big or small content creator that has dared to come either to my show or invite me to their show to compare notes in debate about the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case. Those that actually invited me to the panel back then, I was so ahead of my time on the information with the Idaho full that everybody was like, yo, how I missed those details. You're right. And da 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 da. And as soon as the chat, hear the host giving me props and the pat on the back, right? Here we have those haters in the chat. Boo! Get him off. You don't know what he's talking about. Linda Lane, Linda Lane, Linda Lane. Listen, yeah, know we have some very beloved true crime, paranormal, spiritual content creators that has the gift to talk to the other side and get the vibe and intel from up above or below on like from wherever they get it, right, from the other dimension and whatnot. Like big shout out to Trish. Listen, one of the best of the best. If you want to test, subscribe to her channel, Deception Dismantle. Yeah, make sure that y'all go and check Trisha. Make sure y'all subscribe. We got also many other content creators in the tarot, you know what I'm saying? Like our sister Candy Star. Big shout out to our big sister. I appreciate you, our sister from another mother. Big shout out to Candy Star. She's amazing. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to her. As always, Jrod moderator, you know I'm sharing the channel. Big shout out to the sister. We following each other in the network. Big shout out to Candy Star. Y'all know I have mad respect and mad love to those content creators that actually you understand that it's a gift, and you have to give him props because not every person actually have the capacity and the open gates of the spiritual gates to actually in the flesh being able to actually have conversations with the other side and get like a different perspective and then go with some physical information and facts and then put it together. Like they do it better than anyone, better than me, better than any other true crime content creator that I have seen far as the spiritual side of things. Make sure y'all subscribe to the session Dismantle. She's amazing. And Candy Star. Very, very recommended. Very, very recommended. Oh, and Midnight Jane. Midnight Jane. Make sure you check Midnight Jane. She's amazing. I love her work. I do pay attention and I'm subscribed, of course. You know what I'm saying? I love to be in touch with the other side. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out. It hit different. It's Christian culture. Listen, don't hate. It's Christian culture. We stay together. You know what I'm saying? We walk there in that right. Anyway, so Trisha said, I just don't understand the parents not having questions. You see, Trisha, I love to go back to that. Let's get to work. You see, I respect that about not just you, but Amy Conway and Jane, like, and many others like Cindy, Kathleen, Joanne, is many other amazing moderators like Megan, and many, many, many others that we have in these small but amazing true crime channel. Is that we don't have problems asking questions. Like we don't. Like I think that by now a lot of people need to understand that we are very, but very, very pro victims. Like over here, we don't really play with that though. Like you see, it's a lot of people that get sensitive and wanna like overdo it. I call it overdo it. Far as to the level to get pathetic. Like, oh my god, what you gonna talk about the parents? Oh my god, like they grieving. Da, 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 da. Everybody not grieve the same. Like we have heard it all, right? But at the same time, if you follow the information, first and foremost, you have to actually care. Big shout out to Painted Dessert. They say, in my opinion, they're all about money. And you see, in a great comment like that, I think we could all disagree, agree, and some people disagree, but I agree with that comment for the simple reason that I have seen more gain. I have seen more financial gain to the parents since the situation happened, far as you know, books, far as probably pay interviews or whatnot, documentaries. There has to be a pay for that. I mean, in my opinion, it has to be a pay for that. We have the GoFundMe's and whatnot. On anything that you could gain financial gain after this tragedy and you participated with, that's what we have seen from all the families. And I have to be very, very clear. That's from all the family members. I have to be a little biased to Kara because our closeness and the great conversations that we have. So in respect to that, I have to be a little biased to Kara, even though we're being tough on her, and we have, you know, she knows. Like anything that I say here is nothing that I wouldn't say to Kara, and she knows that because she came to me looking for help, and I give her the help. I did what I needed to do to affect the case in a positive way, to actually have conversations with Moscow. Peter, big shout out to Glowy. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. We're gonna get to the comments. Big shout out to Trish. I still think older people did the action. Older? Trish, you're more than welcome to hit the link. I love to hear. I would love to hear from you, and you takes and you updated takes on this case. I think the frats know or something. You see, we right there in tune 6 or 7, and it's always the benefit of the doubt. We lean into is something really else due to the information available. It's like our true crime spidey senses. Thank you so much, Jane. Very so much appreciated. Our sister from the United Kingdom, the beloved Jane. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciated. My love for you and all your family. So I want you to keep reading. I'm gonna keep posting the comments, but I want to cook. I'm gonna put the comments so y'all everybody be able to read them. I really don't see how a parent like Kara that is fully in touch with the streets. And I'm talking about the local streets. And you see, when I investigate, I like to talk to the people that is boots on the ground. I don't like to talk to people far as certain conversations. I really don't like to talk to people that he has a 9 to 5 and you have to be like worried about your job and stuff like that. And you really don't have time to investigate or no, I like to talk to those people that are boots on the ground, like a family member like Kara. Big shout out to her. We're still friends at this day today. I consider her my friend. Okay. And yeah, we're still friends on Facebook. Big shout out to Kara. So Kara is one of those parents that she's boots on the ground in that locality. She knows everyone. She knows everything. She knows it all. She knows who. She knows how. Everything that you needed to know about the streets in Idaho, Kara is the right person to talk to, because Kara knows so many people in those networks that no one else but her has in Idaho. And believe me, when I tell you that Kara knows right now more than the police. And that there is a fact through the conversations that me and her have and been having for a long time. And I still remember, like this day today, I still remember this video right here, this live stream right here. This live stream was for literally 5 hours plus. 5 hours plus. And this was not even in this went live in the very first channel that got terminated, the first Jrod on point. I re-uploaded the same live stream that Kara comment right down below. Jrod, that's my daughter. I make this live stream early 2023. Early 2023. And look at my face already. Look at my face already up there. And this is 2023. Early 2023. While going through the grub truck footage. This is the same live stream the Kara commented down below. Jrod, that's my daughter. That's her boyfriend. That's her friends. That's her clothes. That's her hair. That's her nose. That's her face. That's her chin. That's her voice. That's her Apple Pay. Then after that, email and conversations over the phone. We took it to the next level in the Idaho Bryan Kohberger case. And thanks to Kara, I got the most precise information that at this day today is coming out. But back then we was already stressing the heck out of that information, including Ethan and Son on the grub truck at the same time, Kaylee and Maddie. Moscow PD on a hush hush. Bill Thompson on a hush hush. FBI on a hush hush. You never got the GPS location of Santa. I call bullshit. Kara calls bullshit too. And that there is for a fact. That there is for a fact. I didn't see whoever was in the background. I was more focused on the conversation. If I miss ya, pop back. Oh, there you go, Trisha. Trisha in the building. Let's talk to Trisha. Big shout out to Trisha. Hold on my second. Let's see what we got here. Big shout out. What's up, Trish?
Hey,
hello.
Sorry. I didn't know if my microphone was unmuted.
You're good though. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. I'm blessed. Thank you so much for popping up in the panel. All the ladies having a great time in the chat. I appreciate you for being here. It's been a long time. How you been? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Just like everybody else, listening to this stuff coming out. And, you know, we already knew, I think, but Dr. Turvey and his interview and stuff. And I know that people try to discredit him, but y'all, I have his 25-page reference list, 25 pages. So all these people that are saying he's stupid or whatever, he's world renowned. I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm saying that he doesn't choose a side. He literally told everybody exactly how he does stuff. He didn't talk to Bryan, just like Ray didn't talk to Bryan.
Trisha, sorry to interrupt you real quick, honey. And I'm very, very happy that you're here today because you are very, very well versed in this case. And Turvey, it was already exempt from the gag order. Why Ann Taylor is stressing that out? Like, is she has some kind of something coming?
I don't know, because like his report, see, he was under the impression, and I didn't even look, but it was supposed to be released already. Like the court supposedly released it. They said they were, but I don't think that they unsealed it. They were supposed to, and that's why Turvey's like, you know, I'm not saying it. That's why he come on Custody Queens 2, I think, is to let everybody know. If he would have violated his NDA, he would be in court, not interviewing. So
especially having such investigation now, like, in my opinion, that investigation should have got a little bit more stress far as the defense, because it's like if you're in the middle of investigation of a leak, they could affect the case in a major way far as a possible dismissal, depending the gravity or whatnot. I feel that the capping out to that plea, it was more tactical, and we could talk about that now or later. But in my opinion, I don't see why she's gonna be bothered with Turvey talking though. Like,
yeah, I don't know if she was trying to protect herself. Like I'm still on the fence with her, because me in my head, I want to believe that she gave a crap about Bryan, and literally it probably did save him from death. I don't know, because Turvey said she did a 180. So in my opinion, it's not like she just turned corrupt on Bryan all of a sudden. Somebody threatened her, or the judge was like, I'm not going to let any of this stuff in, so it's not going to matter anyway, because if you can't have a defense, then it doesn't matter if they don't have evidence. If you don't have a defense and you can't use anything, everything looks like it's you. So I don't know if she was scared, because Turvey was like, well, they could use the chain of custody, but the judge could throw that out too and not let him, which I don't know how he would do all that, but they do. I mean, I watched this stuff in real life just like everybody else did, because I'm sitting there waiting on somebody to bust in the courtroom and be like, all of this shit's illegal, stop doing it. In my mind, that's what's supposed to happen, because this is not fair. This is not right. Everybody's watching this. What is going on? So I still think that moment.
Do you remember that hearing, like, to get off the table certain evidence? Like, I believe like the IGG was part of it, and other items. Do you remember that though?
Yes.
And also, if I'm not mistaken, Hitler allowed all that evidence to come in with all the problems that he was in the middle, especially the secret grand indictment, having the draft deleted so Cy Ray wouldn't be able to make sure that the job that Maury did was correct.
I think that's another reason she might have went with a plea deal, and I think that's why Bryan did too. I don't think he was incompetent. I don't think his autism or on the spectrum or whatever had anything to do with him not being able to make a decision soundly. The only thing it had to do with was he looked like he had no emotion. But I'll be honest, the day that the victims were doing their or the victims' parents and family were doing their statements, he looked sad to me. And that man sat there and like understood, in my opinion, he understood that these people are mad because he said he did it, even though I don't think he did it. I just don't. I don't think he's capable of doing it with his joint or whatever disability. I just, not in the amount of time they said he did, not in the way they said he did it. That's just I'm sorry.
Trish, like I 100% I could agree with you. Like in my side of the agreement, right? I believe that due to Hitler allow a whole bunch of evidence that he was not supposed to even see the daylight on the trial, she understood that this was botch. Like she understood, like I don't want the jury to hear a whole bunch of poop. You know what I mean?
Cy Ray has proven in his book, and y'all, one of these pages was unredacted to me. They took it off as soon as after I read it because it wasn't supposed to be on the preview page. I don't think. I can tell you the page number of it, and we can look at it when the book comes out. Bryan was 38 miles on the other side of Moscow. Quinn Kelly was leaving Lewiston and got to Moscow. The 1122 house, the handoff data shows that at 4 a.m. I don't believe Dylan saw a masked anything. I don't know if Quinn had something to do with it or if he was the cleanup, but her Apple data, and that'll come out in that book too, shows that she was up walking around that house and climbing stairs. We know the one time she was. That's not even all of her Apple data. So that right there seals the deal to me that I don't know that because of Kaylee and Maddie's injuries, the postmortem, the ear-to-ear thing, this is somebody that wanted them to be quiet. That's all there is to it. The mafia, the fucking cartel, and the gangs do that. That's it. A 20-year-old that is in a frat is not going to do that, I don't think. I just don't. I do think that they know stuff.
In my opinion, if that would be a criminal element instead of going so personal, you see, because those type of wounds are very personal, very rage, very very angry. It is that the motive behind that is outside of, I believe, criminal elements. I mean, it's criminal having a incident like that, but what I mean is the anger behind it. It's outside of like mafia. Listen, I know criminal elements, and believe me, that if they're gonna clear the house like that, especially no, if he's, I'm gonna put it like this: if he's a criminal element that is elevated to the point that he's not just your typical black guy from the block, you know, selling dimes and nickels and stuff like that, this has to be putting it in the proper perspective. To be at such a cartel hit or whatnot, they most likely know that that area is a Greek life only area. They have to know that and know that it's like school zone, not just cops from the university, but also cops from the outside within the college, university, undercovers, etc. And plus that we well known that community don't mesh with outsiders to that magnitude. We have heard within Moscow that they also secluded, that it's like people has come like literally just walking by like after the event, and it's just cops swarming them because they don't want no one from the outside, not even true crime content creators, to come outside of legacy media, to
Well,
come and
that's the
mess
other
around with
thing.
the area. So that's why it made me think like a criminal element has to take in consideration all those factors that it goes all against them. That is like a good 2% that you doing something like that, which you wouldn't make such a noise around the block. It's a very small percent of you coming out of that because they're all gonna snitch right away, especially knowing that he's an outsider that they don't own no loyalty or secrecy to. They will snitch on them on a snap
Yeah.
because it's an
That's why I was
outsider
asking.
doing it.
I don't
You know
think
what I
it
mean?
was the actual. I think it was somebody that was involved in one of those prison gangs. That Mowich guy, I didn't know anything about until I was watching another creator like 3 months ago. And Todd Siegel is a criminal psychiatrist, psychic. He helps the police. He literally, and this is way before, this is right after it happened, described Mowich as if you go back to his description, and I'll have to find the podcast he did it on, but he literally described that man to a T. And I think, Mowich supposedly.
And what would be the motive? What would be the motive?
Because they ran drugs out of that house supposedly. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But he was the person that was over the stuff. And I don't know whether Dylan and Quinn. I just have a feeling Quinn, with his dad, who he is, there was something going on. As soon as Quinn said he had never been to Moscow, I was like, that's a damn lie. And then when he was on the witness list, I knew. I said, I'm telling y'all. And then when Cy Ray come out and said he went from Lewiston to Moscow and would have got there at 4:00 in the morning.
So what it is like a drug debt? Like what's the motive? Like, can you give me a detail?
I don't know whether Maddie really got rid of drugs or whether she was tired of it. You know what I mean? Because Maddie was kind of straight and narrow because she had watched her dad. And I don't know if she was tired of it, or I don't know if they were found out about trafficking children, basically, or well, I can't say that, moving children, basically. And Kaylee, I really believe Kaylee did find out something about that. And they were talking about it.
You know what, Trish? We heard this in 2022, honey.
Mm-hmm.
and all the information, like from who brought that information to YouTube True Crime and the email chain, like we had literally a whole live stream about that. Then it got to like big content creators and stuff, and like since 2022, all the information about even Goncalves being called Gonzo in the streets, and
as soon as her daddy said something,
you know
in the middle of something, an interview, he said Kaylee was very worried about kids and people moving. He said that in the middle of an interview that was like really weird. As soon as he said that, I got cold chills, and I said, "Oh my God."
Yeah, you remember that they were talking about that she was allegedly a CI, like in a investigation, that she loves true crime and whatnot, that it was the possibility of her.
I didn't think she wanted to help.
Kids trafficking type of stuff, something like that.
And I wonder if the college was involved and she started finding out, and that's, and y'all, this is all speculation. That's all we can
do. Right. But no, and I love having these conversations with you. I really love having these conversations.
That it is something of that nature, because post-mortem wounds ear to ear, that is I don't even care if college kids did do it. They were still talking about something that they didn't want them talking about. That's just that sound to me.
You gotta hate the beauty of that person for you to do that.
Yeah.
Like you want to mutilate. You see, this is what I'm trying to let people know, right?
It's messing with their money, and we mess with people's money.
You see, the angle of money. I remember even the people saying the Bethany and Dylan parents paid the debt, and they still came and killed them. You see, all that stuff and the drugs flushed to the toilet, all that. We already have talked about all that, and it always ends in nowhere. Like, again, when you go back to the totality since day one information, because I don't know if you're fully aware. Everybody's missing out that Jack DeCole was the suspect number one, and the investigation stopped nowhere as soon as they brought the name Bryan Kohberger out. Like, do you fully aware of that?
I think Kaylee's ex-boyfriend, I think they tried to set his ass up to come to that house so they could blame him. I do
You
believe
think
that.
so? You think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah, I do.
So
I
you
think
don't think,
that was
okay.
trying to.
So do you know anything far as like their troubles and issues as a couple that it got to a point that it got violent? Like, do you have heard anything about that?
No, I haven't, and it might have, but I just don't think he would. I'm not saying he's a pussy or a wuss, but I kind of am, I guess. I don't think he would still be. I think he would have lost his mind if he would have done that. I don't think that he. I think he's a preppy boy. I just don't think he. I think
My
he's more.
opinion, right?
I'm not saying he's stupid, but I think he's naive about a lot of things. But I think that they were. He might have known that they were supposed. I can't figure out whether it was supposed to be a shakedown that went wrong, and those people got mad for whatever reason, more mad, and worse stuff happened. I think all four of them were a target for one reason or another.
All right.
But I mean, I can't. But I think it's two different crimes too. Like I think it's the one upstairs is different from the one with Xana and Ethan, which I can't figure out. I can't explain why. I mean, well, clearly why, but yeah, they had to. Okay, if Ethan died on that bed, they didn't die over no Adderall, y'all. I mean, that's just not. It's not. That's not it. But
what would you think, Trisha? You are very spiritual, right? And you're a parent too, right?
Yeah.
So we all parents here, right? So we could all agree that, let's say, for example, everybody floods the Moscow PD tip line with nothing but Jack Decor and friends tips, and Jack Decor was the suspect number one since day one, and day two, Olivia Goncalves was already bowing for him, like, oh, we believe 1,000% that he didn't do it. Everybody needs to stop the gossiping and whatnot.
He didn't have any marks on him, you know.
That doesn't give you the heebie-jeebies? No, and who said that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does, but the reason it didn't is because
Goncalves by now, Trisha. Do you honestly believe anything that Goncalves tell you?
Well, no, but I could see Jack D. Like I could see him, and like even when I watched the body cam, I think he may know something. I don't think he knew exactly what was going to happen. I think he knows a little bit, just like all of them knew a little bit here and there. I think he had told Kaylee and Maddie to be quiet about whatever the hell they were talking about in public. But I don't think that he.
Do you know that what the Goncalves said, that they brought Jack Decor to their house to do a butt naked to check him out?
They didn't he went to their house.
It was never confirmed by the cops, never confirmed by the DA. This is interfering with the investigation just in low basis. And also, because remember, he was the suspect number one.
Yeah, which they were going to make him suspect number one because that's what they always do. The ex-spouse or whatever is usually, and he was close. So
that was never either confirmed or denied by the prosecution. So, and then when the mom came out of nowhere saying like, oh no, he didn't came in like right away. He came in like a week after. That literally, she said that on the Drunk Turkey show.
Oh yeah, they changed all kind of shit.
She contradicted like that whole story that he didn't have no marks on him, and the only people that couldn't know that it was the cops because they check him out right away. You know what I mean? And that's all on the seal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't hold that against Jack. I hold that against Kaylee and his parents because they did that on a lot of crap. Just like they said they saw Kaylee and Maddie walking the dog outside. They didn't see that shit. I don't know why they said that shit. I have no idea why. This shit. I mean, in my mind, they got to be threatened too. Their other kids are threatened. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just losing their mind. I don't know.
Trisha, how can we have Brett Payne saying that he saw the car doing the 3-point turn in front of the yard of the 1122 when there's no camera to confirm that?
Well, we know Brett Payne's a damn liar because he also
get him, Trisha. Get him.
He also works for the college now. If y'all look at where these people are now,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Also, I do also think that they threw that man in And see, even the cop that went in, y'all, that cop that went in, I didn't realize he was 24 years old. The first cop, Nunez or whatever his name is,
The one that
years
ran
old.
upstairs, the one that ran
Yeah,
upstairs.
the
just
one
to
that
take
kept
a
on
picture.
saying fuck. He kept on saying fuck, and I believe he was literally, it fucked him up. I believe that because that man was like, oh, what the hell?
It has to be traumatic though. It has to be
And
a
he's
shock.
only 24 years old. And where he messed up at, I don't think it was on purpose. I think that he was that fucking traumatized and nobody was there backing him up. And he was trying to figure out what the fuck to do because he didn't know. And that man, you could clearly see on that body cam, that man needed help because he was like, what?
Is that, you see, remember, this has not happened in that area for years and years. Like you're not expecting get a call of youngins.
He thought it was an unconscious purpose. He thought he was going into like even an overdose if they weren't breathing. But what he walked into was slaughter. And you can hear it in the man's voice. Like he was
breathing hard.
Didn't know what to do. And I don't think he had enough backup, like, because he was trying to tell these people, just like they're giving him a hard time about the knife with Hunter. He had so much going on. I understand he should have. He also should have had backup doing that too, because he was so just like, what the fuck? And they didn't even know. I know, but they were not in that situation. Him being that young, he probably hadn't been on the force that long. And somebody should have said, okay, we need to. Because he's telling the other guy, I can't remember who it was, he's trying to tell him, and you can hear him stuttering, just saying, it's just bad, it's bad. At that point, they just didn't have urgency to me. You know what I mean? He's like, it's bad. And they're just like, oh, well, I don't think it was right the way they did that man.
Trisha, you have studied this case like more than a lot of people that I know. And what's your heart, like, let's put the BS to the side, right? Because we always sometimes like to just jippy jab it. But what's your heart in this case? Like what you think is the closest possibility due to the information that not just from the court, but whatever you have studied. I would love to know your take on this.
I have no idea to tell y'all what happened. I can speculate, but I can tell you how we can find out. Dylan Mortensen and Quinn Kelly. And I have chills when I say that. If we're ever going to know what happened, and when Cy Ray's book comes out, y'all will see. That's how we're going to know, because they know. I think they had cleaned up that knife sheath. We know, was placed. It was brand new. Looked like they know. They know. I'm still on the fence with Bethany because I think she was didn't know everything was going on. I think she was trying to get answers from Dylan, and Dylan was appeasing her. You know what I mean? Trying to keep her from knowing exactly. I think Bethany was, and then she was threatened. You know what I mean? Like, well, now you've seen them. Now you know you can't, because she's not come back to Moscow, period. That girl won't come to Idaho.
Trisha, just think about it. They're so young and going through such a situation like this. Like, yes. You see, like, in the only way you wouldn't be worried about dying yourself is if you are in it and part of the whole scheme.
That's right. Because see, Bethany's impact statement, even though it was written, she described Kaylee. If y'all listen to the difference in her and Dylan's, she told where she slept in her parents' bed for 3 months. Dylan said she was traumatized. She didn't go into that much detail. Bethany literally described how her parents had to check her under her bed. That's why I believe Bethany, the traumatized, more than I believe Dylan. I hate to say it, and if I'm wrong, I'll say it. I'll apologize, but
do you remember that conversation from a alleged friend of her that I think, if I'm not mistaken, Lana was talking about it? She was listening to a video of a close friend, immediate close friend with Dylan. And I think he was like the boyfriend of Dylan's like best friend or whatnot within the circle. Yeah. And hi, Kathleen in the building. Guys, by the way, before I continue, make sure everybody go and subscribe to Trish. I'll put the link on the chat. Make sure, please, Amy Conway, if you can, or Jane, whoever you can, already share Trisha's link for her channel for everybody. Go and subscribe. If y'all could do me the favor again, I will appreciate you. Big shout out to Kathleen. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Big shout out to Chloe. Big shout out to everyone watching. Big shout out to Pain the Dessert. Big shout out to Schoolmanati in the building. Yeah, yeah. So Trisha, you see, it's so much to agree with that. It's so much to agree with that because it's something that I have always felt in my heart. There is no one but like Bethany and Dylan that he has the actual scoop. Because it's like I was saying the other days on one of my live streams, like we have Dylan Mortensen telling the cop that he's talking to her outside, which if you ask me, he shouldn't talk to her out there in front of everybody about something that he has to do with this type of case. Like
Yeah,
it's like
and one of the
interrogating her
interviews,
in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't see that proper. But I don't know if you remember the story that she was sharing with the cop, as far as everybody was in the living room dancing and whatnot, and Kaylee ran downstairs saying that he's someone upstairs or whatnot. I guess attacking Maddie or something like that, and then she said that she didn't hear nothing no more about Kaylee. But it's like she don't give the details about, like, did she went back upstairs, did she got hurt downstairs, like she literally cut the story right there, and that was kind of like, I don't know if I misunderstood the whole vibe of it, but I heard the distress when she was sharing that information, and this is happening, let's say before they die. So if before they die, you are in such a distress that you shaking, your voice is cutting up, like you look like you're about to pass out while you saying how horrified you was at that moment. It shocked me to no one in the true crime community pointing fingers at that, like, whoa, hold on. So if you, even the cop didn't do it, like if you was such in distress and you was freaking out and all this commotion is going on in the middle of everybody dancing, why you didn't call 911?
yeah, and the cops that did try to do that when she was in the station, there was one cop that tried to, and the other cop stopped him, like wouldn't let them. But the other thing is, they literally asked Bethany in Bethany's interview, y'all, this should tell you a story right here. Why is Dylan avoiding us? Why can't we get in touch with her? You know what I mean? Why is Dylan avoid? Okay,
And they
that's
lawyer up too, though. They lawyer up.
well, I mean, it is fine. I would have lawyered up if I was Bethany or Dylan. I mean, well, that's the safest thing because you don't say anything. You don't, y'all. And I'm sorry, that is the safest thing. I honestly, the readings I've done, I don't think Bethany is as guilty as like Dylan, because I think Bethany would have called the cops had she been allowed to. But y'all, 4 people just got stabbed to death. If you know that, are you fixing to go against? You're going to get the fuck out of Moscow and stay away from Idaho, and that's what that girl's done.
That's what I wanted to say, though. That if you was not part or involved with it, how terrified these youngins could be at that moment. Because you see, like, we cannot deny to our true crime community, and you love your true crime community. I love mine, and I love the whole true crime community overall. But it is crazy for me to not like hear the conversation of if they were not part of this whole plot, they had to be terrified listening to the screams that we heard through the camera.
Yeah. And y'all, if that was okay, listen to me. Maybe that wasn't at that house. I don't give a shit where it was. Wherever that was, those police need to go investigate, because that's not a fun party. So
and you know what? And the detail, I don't know if you could, you see, I like to torture myself, Trisha. I'm just like, it's true crime. I have to torture myself listening to stuff that sometimes I don't even want to hear. But I have listened to those screams, like to the goosebump part of my life goes numb.
It don't even matter what they're saying. I mean, it does matter what they're saying, but screams what they're saying. Those screams tell a lot.
Because we're talking about, it's a male and a female scream interaction, and he seems like someone who was being tortured.
It seems like somebody that saw something that was like worse than on any scary movie. That's what I'm saying. If they're wanting to say that wasn't at that house, okay, y'all better figure out where it was, because they weren't having fun. Whoever they're wanting to say. That's not fun.
And you know what's crazy, though? That if you put those same screams on the AI, the AI will tell you which movie and on everything. And at this day to date, the cops cannot even tell you, yeah, this came from this movie.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
FBI could put that through the machine, AI machine that they got, super duper computer they have. They could run those
yes.
screens to see if it comes
Well,
from any in the media,
and
and
you hear
that's
some of these creators say that the FBI handed them Bryan Kohberger on a platter. They sure as hell did.
I
They sure
believe that
did.
though.
On an illegal platter, on a fucking not enough evidence platter, on a let's build your evidence around this suspect instead of let's figure out.
They were like,
And
we
they were
got them.
pressed. They were pushed because the university, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, I don't think it was just all corruption. I think it was, they were being pushed to find somebody, okay? So that needed to be stopped. It starts, and that is sort of corruption, but I'm saying it starts with, okay, you found somebody, but nobody has questioned. Okay, the other thing is, every one of their friends except Emily, I believe what Emily said, and there's another one, maybe it was Josie, said, no, it was a dude. Everybody loved them. There was nobody, I don't care how nice you are, you have people who don't like you. That is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard in my life, that everybody just loved them and nobody. I'm not saying they know somebody that wanted to kill them. I'm saying that I don't care how nice you are.
In a way, I know you could tell, like when people get gaslight a little bit, like don't glaze me too much. Like we know you're doing too much right now.
Yeah, I'm just like, so all these people keep on saying that they don't know anybody that didn't like them. It's not saying that who killed them. That don't mean they're going to kill them, but not everybody likes every. And Xana, I think she was goofy and fun and everything else. And I don't know why everybody wouldn't like her, but you already know somebody's going to be jealous, especially that age. They're
Right.
in college, like, you know. But I think they were scared to say because they were like, oh God, they weren't explained to about this either. If I think some of them were scared if they say this person didn't like them, they're going to think they killed them. And
you know what? I want to go back to that. Now that this comment pop up, as far as Caitlyn, big shout out to Caitlyn, that Dylan should win an award for her acting abilities. You know, now that she said that though, when I was talking about Lana, talking about that video of Dylan's friends.
Yeah.
There at some point right after it happened, they were like at her house or whatnot, and they were like worried about her to the point that she seemed too like cool to a stress. Like she was like like nothing, like it didn't bother her. And they asked her one day, like, again, this is the allegations, like listening to the video of her friends, that are her alleged friends through Lana. And they said, like, we asked her, like Dylan is your right? And she said, like, yeah, why? Like, why y'all acting weird? Like literally just like that. And it's like, whoa.
Well, I also think Dylan was projecting to be somebody she was not. There's a lot of times I have a hard time reading her energy because I don't know how to say it. I think she was fake. Sorry if I offend anybody. If I'm wrong, I will say I'm wrong all day. But I think she's very fake. I don't think she was at the college for the same reason maybe everybody else was. I think that she may have kind of, a plant sort of.
I think if you ask me though, she was worried for her own life. Like, because
I'm sure they've been threatened, even if she's a part of it, even if she's just a part of the cleanup, she's been threatened. So that's where I'm a little bit. But see, she's so. Because I can't read her energy real good. That's why I have so many ifs about her. I can't.
And you know they could block that. You know, it's people that knows about that, and they could block that.
That's what I'm saying. She's projecting somebody she's not, and so it's very hard to see who she really is. But that bothers me. The way she looks at the girls in the pictures bothers me.
Do you get that she might be in the dark, like in the macabre side of witchcraft?
I mean, I don't know. I think that she knows exactly what she's doing. I think she knows a lot more than what she and I don't know. And the 72 times she said she didn't know. I think that she does know. I think that she's been taught, though, to be a manipulative person, in my opinion.
It's just the story, though, that the part of her inviting Kaylee to come over looking as she's luring her, and then they even spend not even an hour together as far as hanging out as a +1 for a party that never happened.
Yeah, and then the whole thing of like Quinn, she said that she would always call Quinn when she was scared, but she was scared that night. She didn't call Quinn. We have to put all of that together. Either there's a burner phone or Quinn was there, or both. Both things can be true. And I do think that he is part of this
Is it
element.
Quinn her boyfriend? Is it Quinn her boyfriend?
Yes, yes.
But
and there was
ain't that kid selling substances in Boise?
Yes, he is. He is in the
The guy with the black
world.
truck.
Yeah, he is. Yes, and he is in the DRUG world. And his dad is was. I can't say it now, but
ain't that the same black truck that went by the band field?
Yes. That's what I'm. Yes, yes. That's been my point. Like,
right? No, we're in the same page. Like we on radar. Like we good.
And as soon as I saw him on the witness list, what if the boy had never been, or the man, the boy? I'm gonna call him a boy because shit. If he had never been to Moscow or anything like that, he's not going to be on the prosecution witness list. Why is he on the prosecution witness list? He had no business being on it. So they could protect him because they know that Cyree knows who went to the house. They know Cyree knows who was at that house.
Because you see,
and y'all, this whole thing, when people tell you this book is not about that, this book is about that case, period. He is in the UK. He may come up with a whole company because of this case. Y'all do realize that, right? A whole company, the Truth Line, and it's called something else too. And he's in the UK. That's the main thing he talks about. Is that there's one other case he talks about in the book. It's not a whole lot. The Idaho 4 case, because he thought Bryan was guilty at first. People think that he still thinks Bryan's guilty. He does not think Bryan's guilty. I don't know if he thinks he's guilty. What he says, he's factually innocent, just like Brent Turvey did.
But because in my opinion, I feel that the Hippler did him wrong.
Hippler was part of the liability.
You know what I mean? Could it be a liability, like having a judge having such a big statement on Cyree? When Cyree was assumed that he could have talked to Cyree at that moment, that he literally was slandering him.
Well, this is why Cyree. Well, not only that, he did say in the book too that for the first time he looked at the parents, because he's never gotten into the motion of it, but he realized basically that these parents just went through hell. They're being lied to, and they're going to go through more hell whenever they figure out the people are not in jail that did it.
You see, can we give the parents the benefit of the doubt, Trisha, in your opinion? Like, can we give it the benefit of the doubt?
Yeah, because I think that I believe Christy Gonzalez truly believes Bryan Kohberger did it. I think that woman believes everything the state tells her because she has to, because that's her kid. If you put yourself in her position, what the fuck are you going to want to believe? Everything else, you're going to fight that. But then when she can't anymore, it's going to be a bad day.
I mean, because you wanna trust the state is speaking on your child.
Yeah, there's 4 kids dead. Y'all have to look at it this way too. In her mind especially, I'm talking about her only. In her mind, there are 4 kids dead. There's no way they're going to lie about this, y'all. It doesn't matter what anybody else is trying to tell her. She's losing her mind. And when this comes out,
I agree with you 100 to the 300% on that, because you see.
And I know her and Kaylee fought. Everything else, y'all. The parents do that at that age. Y'all look how many kids there were. I know Kaylee had to pay for her own stuff, but that made Kaylee the boss that she was. That made Kaylee the independent girl that was going to be okay and survive in this world. That's what that made. They probably did fight. They probably did fight, but I don't think she hated her mama, and I don't think her mama hated her. I just don't. Olivia, she gets on my nerves. I think she was jealous of Kaylee, and so I think she's got a lot of guilty conscience.
In my opinion, I agree with you.
I think Olivia's got a lot of a guilty conscience, and that's why she's doing what she's doing. You know.
I mean, you could think about it like, how can my sister be best friends and sisters with someone that is not her blood, and we
I don't think that's what it was.
Like,
I think they love Maddie. Because like her little sisters, they killed me with the stories they said about Maddie. They loved Maddie. But I think Olivia was jealous of Kaylee's figure of Kaylee's prettiness. Not that she wasn't pretty, but sisters do that. Brothers do that. That's just like Ethan's brother. I think Ethan's brother was a little bit jealous of him. I don't think that he had anything to do with his brother dying, but I think he was a little bit
Thank you for that, though. Thank you for that, Trisha, because I felt the same thing due to the information far as the intricacy with Hunter's cell phone. Like, your cell phone was fine, and right after around the time of death, then your phone is destroyed. And that made me think, like, dude, why you did that? You know what I'm saying? Like, your phone was fine. Like you literally, they talked to you few minutes before the phone got destroyed, dude. Like, what you doing?
And we don't know that somebody didn't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I think his brother was in shock. I could tell that at the, just like Maisie.
He probably broke it, like getting to know that his brother was there. He just smashed his phone.
Well, I mean, and they may have found out the night before. Well, Hunter can't tell nobody that, y'all, because they've probably been threatened. Even if they found out before, these kids cannot, like Hunter and Maisie, they can't. And I think Ethan's mama was mad because she's like, this motherfucker, whoever did this took one of my kids. We're not going to live scared. We're not going to live and not go back to that school because,
But don't you see Mama Chapin like too detached, like emotionally from it, or is there a wall?
If you listen to the interview she did, they went back to Moscow every weekend. Every weekend, when they dropped the kids back off for that whole year, they went back to Moscow every weekend and spent the whole weekend so that the kids were there, had their motel or their cabin, whatever they rented. So that way she knew they were okay because she was scared. People have missed that interview. And I'll send you the link to it.
And you know what? And you know what though? I like having the Sigma Chi embracing both of them, like the twins at this point, because they lost Ethan, rest in peace.
Yeah, because I don't think all of them are guilty of. I don't think they know what they chant.
I don't see, even though Ethan had that fight in Sigma Chi with Lush. When I spoke with Kara about it, the Santa called her right after it happened and told her about it, and she was like, "Mama, everything is cool. Like, this is what the boys do." And she didn't feel that it was like a distress about the fight, and everything was fine about it. So I don't see Sigma Chi like involved at all. In my opinion, I could be wrong.
Zana did have a boyfriend. I didn't know this. It was a Hispanic guy. I don't know if he was from Mexico, Puerto Rico. I'm not sure, but he was Hispanic, they said, and he was a dealer. He got kicked out of the fraternity for all that. I can't figure out who this kid is.
What was the name of the fraternity of Scott Green? Hold on, I gotta ask AI real quick.
Yeah, he's gross. And any of those parents where those kids are calling that man daddy and they don't have that's fucking gross. I can't. Ugh.
What was gross. The fraternity of Scott Green? Scott Green.
And Hunter Johnson, there's something he knows or something, or because that boy looked, I don't know, he looks awful.
He looks stressed. Like he literally looks stressed, and that's Hunter, the neighbor, right?
Yeah, he said he was Ethan's best. I don't know, whatever. They were friends.
I'm gonna put the name of the fraternity here on the chat, ladies. It's Kappa Sigma, and this is, if you ask me, due to the Jack Decor is on Kappa Sigma also. I wanna say his alibi, it was from a Kappa Sigma member, and his alibi due to the is a friend and also a fraternity member in the same fraternity together in court on the Idaho court of like what you might call it, like alibis in the alibi rule. Like
There's something wrong with Hunter Johnson's story anyway, because if you listen to his and you listen to
like you
Emily's,
cannot count on friends or neighbors or family members to vouch for you or whatnot. So literally, he didn't have no alibi, and they were complaining about Bryan Kohberger's alibi. So Jack Decor didn't have a substantial alibi, and then the investigation stopped in the middle of it all. As soon as the name Bryan Kohberger pop up.
But there are more, and even with Jack D's, he didn't have as many inconsistencies as Hunter Johnson did, because if you listen to Hunter's interview, he said they said he went to bed. He said he went to bed, yada yada yada. Emily says they got up at 1:30. He texted Ethan at 12 something, I think it was, to ask him if he was still there at the party. So I'm like, does Emily not know that he did that? Because I don't think Emily knew that. That's what I'm saying. I think Emily was telling the truth about what was going on, and she sounded the most upset to me.
Kara said that they were at the party by 12:30. They left right around like 1 o'clock. After the fight happened.
But where the fuck did they go? Because Ethan and Xana weren't together. Ethan and Xana weren't together the whole night, because Xana was texting Ethan trying to figure out where he was. So there's something.
Here's the thing, right? Xana and Ethan, they both had GPS trackers on their phone. So it's no excuse for no one, FBI or Moscow PD, not know where they are. That was one of the conversations that I had with Kara, like how they not know where they were. And then
they said they didn't get into Kaylee's phone, and there's no damn way they didn't get into Kaylee's phone. They got into Kaylee's phone.
I think that whatever Moscow PD got out of Kaylee's phone, it was whatever the Goncalves gave to them, and Moscow PD didn't push for a warrant for it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, I don't know. They might not have, because I can't figure out what the hell they actually did.
And it's sealed too, and all that stuff is sealed. Like I can only speak for whatever. Olivia Goncalves said that she went through her sister's phone, and at this moment it's like, hold on, as soon as you know that your sister got shot, because that was the first narrative that night, that her sister got shot and stuff like.
And the cop that went in there, that Nunez, he thought it was a suicide. He thought Ethan committed suicide, or killed Xana, then committed suicide. I don't know what made him think that. Everybody's like, well, was there, I think it was like Brett Turvey said he said it was his first reaction, because he had never seen nothing like that. And the only thing was going through your head. And so I think it's too much emphasis put on that. He probably shouldn't have said that, but I'm not going to say that, because he was in,
do you think that's why Moscow PD said in the first interview that they came out right out of the house? I think that was day one, that they said that they believed that it could be self-deletion. And I think they were talking about Ethan probably doing it.
And I think that's why the confusion was about it being a targeted thing too, some of it at first, and why they put the restriction, then they took it off. Because I think that they really were thinking until they found Kaylee and Maddie. Because y'all remember, they didn't know Kaylee and Maddie was there for a long time after they found Xana and Ethan. Because they forgot.
Do you remember that is the body cam footage, Christy Chaos, that they were way after they found all the bodies, they were talking on the camera like, do you think there is a chance there with Ethan? And then I was like, what? Like after that was way after they found the girls. So I'm like, do you think that Ethan went some kind of jealousy rage, some kind of story that he has to do with all the three girls, and then self-deleting himself, but then we exploratory wounds post-mortem, and I'm like, hold on, like you're messing with me, like what's going on? Like,
I think that the cops thought that they were two separate crimes too. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I think the cops, and they couldn't really say that, because how are you going to explain that? It sounds stupid, but your first instinct when you look at them is this is two different things going on here.
And
but it's hard to say that.
Experience. Actually, Trisha, I wanted to ask you. Have you heard about the side of Captain Bennett being the lead detective in the beginning, right until Bryan Kohberger, Warren, that then they allegedly, again, I don't know nothing about this, but I know that Captain Bennett was the liaison between the families, the college, and Moscow PD.
I didn't know who was the other person, but I know it's like Brett Payne got thrown in that position for some reason, and I couldn't figure out why. So I figured there was something. There was somebody else that was.
I'm looking into that though, because Captain Bennett was showing on the press release for a very long time.
That's what
Even
makes me think that they
Shannon
threw
Gray.
Brett Payne under the bus. I mean, I think that they threw Brett Payne in there to happen exactly the way it happened. I don't think he knew what he was doing, and they knew that. And they knew that on the stand, he was going to say what was repeated to him because he didn't even know he was going to be in charge. You know what I mean? I think he was like in shock. To me, that's the way it looked. He was kind of like, what the fuck? Okay. I mean, I think it happened exactly the way they wanted it to happen.
And you know what, Trisha? Like I tell you honestly, like that angle about the criminal element about this case, believe me, I have tried to give it so many times again the benefit of the doubt. The only thing that it has kind of like taken me away from that is the source that I got it from. You know, Casamedia and all that. You know what I'm saying? So due to the it came from a chain of emails that it had tagged a whole bunch of weird content creators and big content creators too, but it was other shady content creators on that chain of that same information.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that going on. So
I was like, I wanted to look into that, and again, that information was including the Goncalves family and some shady street business and whatnot, related to not just Goncalves Senior, but also his brother or whatnot. It was a lot of information flowing out there that I did look into it, but I really hit a wall with it, and then I was trying to listen to what Jay and Bree was talking about. He was blaming Kara a lot for what happened to her daughter.
Yeah, I don't think it's Kara. I don't, because Xana and Kara didn't even have a relationship. Whenever this happened, Xana wasn't talking to her mama really. So
they talked that same night though. Like it's on record that they talked that same night.
I think she talked to her some, but I think Kara lied a little bit about when she had talked to Xana last, because that's come out.
I mean, I believe
she didn't want people to think that they weren't talking.
I want to believe that every child loves their parents.
Well, I think Xana loves them.
No matter, like for example, I'm gonna put it like this: my dad abandoned me a week after my mom, after they got divorced, and my mom died a week after they got divorced. On a scuba diving prom. Like she graduated from scuba diving, and unfortunately she had a defective oxygen tank, and she was into too deep. By the time she realized it was not oxygen, she literally floated dead. So the whole point is that even though my dad, after he divorced my mom and she died, he knew that I was 2 years old, and he abandoned me on my uncle's house. And my grandma had to come and pick me up because my uncle couldn't take care of me because he already had 2 daughters. So, and all that was done in a hush hush. And even though my dad backstabbed me when I was 2 years old, at this day today that I'm about to be 50 years old, I still love my dad. Like at the end of the day, that's the man that brought me to this earth. And even though he fucked up, I gotta say that if I ever would have the chance to have a relationship with him, I would love to. But I have the feeling of the abandoned son. You know what I'm saying? That I believe that it don't matter how fucked up my dad was, or at this day today, he's a better man. Like
that's right. And I think Xana this is what I got from Xana. Xana loved her mama. Her mama disappointed her a whole lot. And so Xana was doing what people do when that happens and just stepping back, you know what I mean? And not giving her mama the permission to hurt her. But when Xana died, I'm trying not to cry when I say this. Because whenever Xana passed, she was able to see the higher perspective, and she knows that her mama's problem was not because she didn't love Xana. It's because she didn't love herself. And all Xana wanted to do is like let her mama know she was okay. And Xana sees the higher perspective now and understands And I do think that's why Kara got help. I think that Xana's been her angel. And I told Kara that. I was like, somebody got the message to her for me that Xana is always cheering you on. And I think that did help her, because Xana didn't want anything to happen to her mama, because she's got a brother and a sister that need her.
Can we agree that Kara is fully aware what's going on in the streets in Idaho?
Yeah, I mean, I think Kara knows more. I don't think she knows everything, single thing, but I think that, because I don't think they told her, because she was a lower level. She was a user. You know what I mean? She might have sold sometimes. She was a user, though. So I don't think Kara's as high as people think she was, because I think she was a user.
No, yeah, she could have said, let's say, for example, let's say if that was the case, because I don't want to, again, due to my communication with her, I don't want to look like I know what I don't know, and even if I don't know, I don't want to share it.
Yeah.
But let's say, for example, she was a user / middle lady and whatnot. Just that premiere by itself, if that was true, which we don't confirm nor deny, if she was just at that point back then, which she's doing great now, she was, let's say, a user / middle lady. Just the fact, if that was the fact of being a middle lady, you get to hear the word on the streets, especially if the streets, let's say, for example, it doesn't look like she didn't own nothing to no one out there. Do you understand? Because she wouldn't be that out there, and let's say being on the run and being on News Nation while on the run, or with Nancy Brick while on the run. Like if she was owning money to anyone, she wouldn't be out there like that. So with the whole point is that her being out there like that, I believe that whoever knew her from the street and see her going through that, they all gonna like, yo, let me talk to you. Bam, bam, bam. This is what we hear. This is bam, bam, bam. And what I reserve to share is like the facts of it. But I could say that she did believe at one point of the investigation very early that the frat boys had something to do with it. And those names, just because we're talking about her, I don't want to say the names that she mentioned me, which we both agree with the name she mentioned me.
Because
but I like to say that she believes
the frats help with the passing along of the substances, and I believe some of them know about the people moving. All of that is together. Like, to me, all of that is together. That's whenever you're in a frat and you have high priority, the way you get is where you are is blackmail. So that's what they do as governors, as the politicians. That's who are the politicians. If y'all look at the politicians, all of them were in the frats. Like, all the men, most of the women were in sororities. That is the exact way this got to where we are today in the world, to me.
Think about it. Bill Thompson.
George Bush, Skull and Bones, like the presidents were in
Meghan Marshall in sorority. All from we're talking about the University of Idaho. Like, literally, if we mention everyone that he was literally in charge of the case, they were all University of Idaho alumni. Even Hitler.
That's the whole town.
Even Hitler on Ada County all the way, and the majority of the judges that picked Hitler to do that job in Superior Court are all the University of Idaho alumni.
Y'all have to look at Hitler's cases. He did medical fraud. What in the hell did they put him on a murder case? Not that he couldn't do it, but who does that? He's done medical fraud for 20 years. What?
In the biggest case of the docket, you want to ensure justice. You want to ensure that someone is going to handle this case accordingly with the experience that it comes with it. But let's say Hitler. Listen, we need another Brett Payne, but as a judge.
Yeah, I mean, they did. They put Hitler. He didn't want that case. He said that's from the get. He didn't choose that shit. He didn't want it because he knew he was going to have to go with a narrative that didn't make no sense. But they have immunity, so it's not like he's ever going to get in trouble for it, probably.
I think that Jennings, and she makes my eye twitch. She always has. I think she's going to end up getting in trouble because Cy Ray's going to make sure. I think Cy Ray's going to make damn sure when the end of this.
Why Cy Ray didn't sue him though? He
I don't know that
he had what he literally needed to, like, especially the fact that he was.
The thing is they're experts. They can't run the case. They have to give it to Ann Taylor, and then what happens, happens. However, there are things Cy Ray can do legally that I found out but I think what he did more than anything is created a whole nother fucking company and wrote a book that is not just for people. That's why it's so expensive, because it is for people studying forensics and investigations. Yeah.
Do you think that he might look for a way to go around what Maury did for the secret ground indictment? Like I explained, that making a result for the state and then deleting how you got to that result.
I think what Cy Ray is doing is like
Cy Ray might work something around with technology in case if it's something like that in the future happen, you still will be able to get the information that you need to recoup.
Yes, look up what he's doing right now. Look up his new company. That is what he's doing, is teaching people about the investigations and where it went wrong. What he's saying is, what he said in that book is that it was not done on purpose for malicious, but it was not done not on purpose either. So
we could blame it. We could blame it on the. So let's say, for example, if we go with the foil aluminum hat, right?
He goes where it starts out.
If by any chance they did it purposely, like, oh, I made a mistake, or it's my inexperience. Do you think that they could have done that purposely just to make it look like, listen, this was an honest mistake. I just did not know what I was doing.
You want to know why? Because Cy Ray is going to tell everybody in that book, and he does exactly where it started to go wrong at.
Okay.
And why? Because people, they were in a hurry they got Bryan Kohberger's name as a tip, and the FBI said, you can't really use him. You've got to investigate it more. Well, what they did was they just figured out, he's got a white car. Cy Ray shows where that car is not his. Bryan Kohberger's mother told them that was not his fucking car. It had a sunroof. Literally. That's come out now. So, Bryan Kohberger's daddy said,
I did not know that. That's breaking news. That's breaking news. You're breaking news here right now, because I did not know that.
Yes, I'll send you the link to that article too. But and then all these people that say they didn't shout from the rooftops, his daddy's not going to say it again. He done said his son was framed. He told everybody this shit. So Jules said that his parents are watching what's going on, because the Innocence Project I'm sure. Look, Cy Ray and Brett Turvey and Chris ain't even got a whole lot to do with it, but Brett Turvey and Cy Ray, they know the Innocence Project's going to pick this up. This stuff was not just randomly done. Cy Ray, literally, I'll send you the link to his stuff. Yeah. Y'all listen to me. Built a whole company to talk about the Idaho 4 case, which is what he's in the UK doing right now, and what went wrong, and where the truth line becomes not truth anymore.
Hey, I wanna send a shout out real quick to Sky Blues. Thank you so much, Sky Blue Eyes. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Big shout out to Joel's Mora. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciated. Thank you so much for the people that is watching. We are here right now having a great conversation with Trisha from Deception Dismantle, a fully aware in detail YouTube true crime content creator right now. Please make sure to go and
I fangirl Cy Ray, but not just because him. I investigated Cy Ray for a while before I fangirled him. I love Cy Ray.
And you know what, though? Big shout out to Lucy. We miss Lucy around here. It sucks that UL's put a little bug in her head, and I guess she's just dealing with it for now. But big shout out to Lucy Lou. We love you so much. We miss you around here. Can't wait for you to come back. And but I gotta say that I don't get from where the hate to Cy Ray came all about, because he was a person that used to work with the state.
Look, there are loggers on TikTok
that is saying Brett Turvey is an idiot. I was like, y'all look stupid as shit. He has a 54-page reference. He is not just for the defense. He don't work for the defense or the prosecution, he said. He goes in, whoever calls him, he looks for the truth. The man is like, this is what he's not talking shit. He's defending, like he's world renowned. I mean,
but don't they have like lock up like multiple people with the state? Like they literally have worked with the state more than we.
Listen to me. The state's expert knows better, but this is her take. Bryan Kohberger was completely naked and did that. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I can't. Like, that's the stupidest thing. That's the stupid. I mean, it's ridiculous. What the fuck?
Trisha, how was that there? That woman is on the floor, right?
That woman is a professional. What she did was just give in. Like Brett Turvey said, he don't tell people what they want to hear. Bryan was naked, so did he put a glove on his goober? I mean, what is going on? So he was naked and did the whole crime. The fuck? Get out of here. You can't. What? If they would have took that to a jury, get the fuck out of here.
It was like, what, like 2 inches of snow on the floor and cold shoes and like almost below zero type shit. Like at that time of the morning, let's say. I don't see that happening. Like, I mean, I don't know how bad you want to kill someone that you're just gonna butt naked your ass out of the crime scene. You know what I'm saying? And get where? Like you literally got butt naked into your car, and it was no trace of DNA from the victims in your car. Get out of here.
Bryan Kohberger did not feel comfortable enough with no connection to these people to go into the motherfucking bathroom downstairs and take a shower to wash off. His car had nothing in it.
Right.
He was not in his car. He was in somebody else's car. He was not with his phone, which that's another thing that Cy does, is a behavioral analyst of where he goes all the time, and where he goes all the time is where he went that night.
So, but you know what, Trisha? Like, I don't know if you could agree with me, but I have looked at the picture of 1112 of the car, like what they said, this is Bryan Kohberger. And if you ask me, I used to own a Toyota Celica, a white Toyota Celica. I think it was a 2002, 2001.
They had a completely different car.
But it has like the peak on the side that is almost dropped, and it has like that flare on the side that is pointing out type of. If you look at that picture, I could see a Toyota Celica instead of Elantra. I used to sell cars for a living. Like, I was a manager of a car lot for a living. I could tell about cars.
I don't think the white car had anything to do with this crime. I'm going to be honest with you. I think they're full of monkey shit. I don't think it had anything to do with a white car. I think it had something to do with a black truck and a black SUV. That's my opinion.
and then you see a white Elantra with sunroof, and you say, yeah, that's him.
And they can't even prove it's him. Like, all these people, y'all, they kill me. I can't with some people. I'm like, y'all sound like fucking idiots. Just shut up. I'm like, quit spewing stuff. Don't even believe me. Please research it before you talk it out your mouth.
They can't even be mad at us. Trisha, they can't even be mad at us just because we have a different way of
if I say something that somebody else has said, I make it plain to say, everybody, look, y'all, I don't know if this is true. I hadn't had time to research it. This is what this person said. I am not fixing to spit it out like I believe. Hell no. I look like an idiot bad enough doing goofy stuff. But he was naked. And these people, I can't believe that woman even. I just can't even. I can't even fathom that. That's the stupidest shit. I can't. I'm sorry.
And then they put the whole career and name on something like that. But the reason is why. Why you even gonna come up with something like that?
That Turvey said that woman knows better because he knows her and she's more professional than that. But that is a yes person. That woman right there is just somebody. That's not how you don't have an expert. If you have an expert that's just agreeing with you, you don't want that expert. The prosecution should have wanted the truth, just like the defense wanted the truth.
Like I think, I don't know if you heard that back then, this all happened in the first opening after COVID-19. Do you know that, right?
Yes, and this is why people don't believe those kids are dead, because of that woman saying some stupid shit that Bryan Kohberger was naked and did it in 4.5 minutes because he become a fucking ninja, didn't know the house, has no connection to them, and Bill Thompson stood up at the plea agreement, which the judge should have put a halt to at the time that Bill Thompson said, we have no evidence, we can't prove anything. We just want him to plead guilty. That's what they said.
I love your commentary. You got me dying over here, girl.
I mean, I just don't understand. I agree. Y'all, I don't know anything about the justice system. This is the first case I've ever watched court stuff on and read documents. And if I know that, I mean, it was like Pee-wee's Playhouse. The fucking furniture talking would have told us more than Dylan's, I don't know. I don't recall. Oh, fuck shit.
What's up with those?
Listen, okay, I'm telling everybody now. If y'all think it's a game, pretend to be Dylan and Bethany. Let the cops come to your house and your ass be sitting in there while all that went on. You're going to jail, because I'm just telling you, that's not normal. Your ass going to jail.
Trisha, what's up with we don't have no blood between rooms, right? I don't know if you've seen the O.J. Simpson case.
Because somebody cleaned the shit up. It
was just two victims in that case of O.J. Simpson. Rest in peace to the victims.
Yeah.
But we haven't such a crime like this one. Then we don't have it seems there is no blood between rooms, but then we have drips of blood on the walls, and all the way downstairs to the first floor.
The prosecution's expert, this is the other stupid thing. I would quit my job if I was that woman, or I would say that I was made to say that shit. I would never leave that shit being what she is. Okay. Listen to me. These are certified doctors, like Dr. Turvey. He went to college to do this shit. He's not just off the street. All these lawyers telling you that he don't have experience or he's just whatever, that's a damn lie. He went to college, so did that woman, the prosecution's expert. That woman said, from Xana's spit or snot, do y'all know how much fucking shit would have had to be to dilute that blood like that? She would literally have to be, I don't even know what animal slobbers, but one of them animals that slobber, like when they shake their mouth like one of them big old dogs, like 20 times that. That did not dilute all that shit. Oh my God.
And you see though, like, oh my God, but it's so tough. Like you see like blood stains on the door on Santa.
Yes, and listen to me. Dr. Turvey said that Xana fought hard. This is what pisses me off. This makes me all the way mad. It makes me really upset that Xana fought harder. He's never seen a victim. That means that child fought until she couldn't, and it pisses me all the way off that all these people are sleeping and they're okay with sleeping, knowing that girl, well, that makes me mad.
And you see, here's something that I think everybody would be saying since the very beginning, that home, it was really not insulated to the point that, like, you could hear the steps as going upstairs and whatnot. If people was talking upstairs, you could hear it in the second floor and whatnot.
If anybody don't think that, watch when they knock it down, how easy.
They brought a plow, like they literally plowed the thing down. Like, I'm like, what?
I mean, that would knock a house down, but the whole, like, that it was.
It looked like it was like almost like cardboard.
Paper. Yeah, it was like paper thin.
They heard everything in the house because Bethany heard the table. You know what I mean? She heard that table, and she just Dylan didn't hear nothing. Dylan didn't see no masked man, y'all. I'm sorry, my opinion. Dylan didn't see any fucking thing she said she saw.
But allegedly, the Brett Payne and the investigators, when they interview her, it wasn't all what they said that she said. Like, the record says that she literally said that she don't even know if it was true what she heard. Like
they lied on her too. They didn't do a good job either. That PCA, they lied. That was not her fault. They lied in that. She didn't write that. They did.
You think about it, that if someone is telling you that at the moment that this happened, they were intoxicated, you want to know what's the level?
And they said, Bethany said that Ethan and Xana got home at whatever time. And Bethany didn't say that in any interview that I found. Right. And the PCA, that whole PCA was lies.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, I believe that's why Bill Thompson said that at some point PCA was irrelevant.
Yeah, and Cy talks about that. He said what happens is he did that, the lazy man of writing warrants or PCAs and stuff, and you can't do that because you should have to explain the shit That's not true. The PCA doesn't have to be all facts, you know what I mean? But it has to be some, and none of the PCA was any fact at all.
Yeah, because I agree with you. Like it's very a low probable cause that to met, right? But at
Yeah,
the
and he
same
said the
time,
problem is they sign off on it. The judges sign it and don't, you know what I mean?
at the same time, that probable cause was the whole reason that started the snowball effect with Meghan Markle having the warrant to go to Pennsylvania and go and dig into the trash.
Yeah, and they didn't even like. I don't think she got explained the whole situation, but she didn't ask either. So that's what
Right.
Ray's talking about. He starts from where it starts. He's not just talking about police. He's talking about the whole justice system. Okay. Like I said, the man literally, I'm going to send you the link to it, made a company because of this case. When people try to tell you this book is not about the case and it's not, they full of shit. The man has a company literally in the UK and Germany talking about this case.
What's his name? Jay and Bree kind of like don't like Cyrus.
I know, but Jay Embry gets ahead. I like him, but he gets a little too anxious about things, and then he has to go back and backtrack. He don't like Cyrus because everybody wanted Cyrus to shout from the rooftops, and that's not how this works. Cyrus is doing shit like this because what he's doing is covering his ass to and proving what's wrong. He's not just fixing this case. He wants it because this happens in a lot of cases, just not the same way. He don't like corruption. He wants criminals too, but not if you're going to get them the wrong way. He doesn't like corruption.
And you see, seeing the whole situation about how the PCA was literally expunged, or let's say made irrelevant because the secret grand indictment was on top. I believe that was two things that I feel that a frank hearing was needed just for the purposes of clear the smoke in the air.
And then too, Ray talks about how it's not, the way they do things is not up to date with technology either correctly. So it's not just bad police. That's what I'm saying. People have to realize it's not just like these cops sat down and said, we're going to plan this. That's not what happened. What happened is this is the way they are allowed to do investigations. So really, it's almost like they don't know any better because they weren't taught any different, okay? They are not taught how to go into a murder scene. And Cyrus tells you this. He was a cop. They teach you some things, but they don't teach you. You have to learn it, and they need to be teaching them this. And their stuff needs to be up to date.
Don't we see in the first 48, the first thing that they tell whatever cops is around is like, no one goes in, no one goes out. I don't care who they are.
Yeah, but those people deal with those kind of murders every day. You know what I'm saying?
We see them like drinking coffee and having a little breakfast on the kitchen over there in the middle of a crime scene and shit, having a little meeting. Whole bunch of like 10 cops in the living room and everywhere. I'm like, what? Like, what's going on here?
And some of them didn't know. They didn't even know the fucking FBI. I mean, they are not up to date. So Cyrus goes through and explains too that a lot of the stuff is because they're not taught. Some of this investigation was literally, they just were inexperienced and they didn't have anybody that was worth a fuck to help them. The Idaho State Police, most of them are crooked. They're not worth a fuck to help these Moscow police figure out what to do. You know what I'm saying? It's bad leadership.
Trisha, can we answer? I want to answer Joel's Mora. She said, you think that the stairs coming down from the third floor will have hella blood on the stairs and coming out of Santa's room? I mean, right? Yeah, in my opinion, I mean,
yeah. And there was diluted blood. They said, you know, and there was blood they didn't even talk about. So, and the thing is, Brett Turvey, somebody said that the prosecution personally looked at pictures. So did Brett Turvey. They had tore down the house by the time he got on the case. So all he did was look at pictures. But he literally found hair. I don't understand why Ann Taylor didn't think, I think that's Dylan's hair, in my opinion. That hair was never tested. They just know it's not Bryan Kohberger's because it's too long. It's not the right color. I think it's Dylan's hair. And there's some reddish hair in Kaylee's room that I think could be Quinn's because his hair is red.
Trish, did you heard that he was mixture of, let's say it was like what, two males mixture on the Maddie's nail and the female profile, that it was two males and the female profile within her on the nails.
Yeah.
Do you think if any female would be part of such a situation, from what you vibe about, which females of all could be involved?
Dylan. I mean, I don't. There may have been another female. I don't think there was.
Oh
I think
my
Dylan
God.
was.
You just gave me goosebumps.
But I don't know that she did. I'm not going to say she did the actual deed. I'm going to say that if y'all just think about this, if they did position Kaylee and Maddie, and Brett Turvey said something very good. He said a lot of times people pose bodies to keep people from looking at the normal people they would look at. So there's that too.
Because they will pile up bodies like to conceal the whole motive, right?
The thing is, if Maddie's hand scraped Dylan, even while afterwards something got under her fingernails, that could be what that is. Because when you're moving bodies, you got to think they're heavy. That's what I'm saying. When everybody said Ethan got killed 2 miles away, I said they didn't fucking take Ethan. You know how much it would take to lift Ethan's big ass.
But someone. Word on the street again. Take it with a grain of salt. Allegations and word on the street is that Ethan got attacked at the living room. That's the whole blood spatter on the living room.
Yeah, I think Ethan got attacked before he got to the bed because there's not enough blood on the bed to me.
I feel you. And what about that blood coming out of the house?
You know, they cleaned it up. I mean, that bathroom being that clean is weird.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think that blood that he would because it was not enough blood in Santa's room to have a flood of blood going to the side of the house, like that's all the way to the first floor. So do you think that at some point it was some kind of part of the cleaning, pushing the blood down the wall and down to the first?
Yeah, it could have been. And also, y'all, they had that heat turned up, they said, and that makes you bleed faster. Like, even I guess if you're not alive, it'll
accelerate the whole decomposition process.
And that could have been, there was a lot of blood on that floor. That could have been some of Xana's blood too that trailed over there, because Xana was very, oh God.
Yeah, she was closer to the wall, right?
And that's another thing. Dylan Mortensen did not fucking go by that room and think Xana was just Pat. Fuck her and that statement.
If she seen her, she knew she was dead.
Fuck her and that statement. Fuck her all the way with that statement. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Tell somebody I don't like it.
What you feel about people saying that door was closed for a year and a half, almost longer?
No, it wasn't closed. She saw her. She saw her twice. She knew.
Right. So I believe that was BS though. Like that whole thing.
Wait a minute. Who lives in a house and calls people that don't answer? But that whole fucking story makes no sense. Okay, I want y'all to try that story. If you try that story, you're going to jail. I bet you $100 right now. Your ass is going to jail.
Yeah,
why they do
it? Yeah, because you're not gonna say you are such a stress about it.
She went too in detail about a fucking masked man and a vacuum cleaner, and because she knew they cleaned. That just tells you there she knew they cleaned. So she's gonna say a vacuum cleaner. You ain't clean no goddamn blood up with no vacuum. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I can't do it. She knows that they cleaned. That's what I'm saying. If you listen to her story, her her inconsistency, she tells you exactly what she didn't see. A fucking masked man.
And the whole part about her saying that she don't even know if everything was real or not.
Oh yeah, she's full of shit. And like, she might have called a masked man, but she knew who was in that fucking mask. Okay.
But won't you as a cop, would you try to find out their intoxication levels or the toxins or whatever you have in your body to determine like what kind of effect you could have at the time of the crime, you know, because again, by the time the test is done, the level is going to be lower, but you could determine how high you was, you know what I mean?
She might have been on drugs. They might have gave her something to some kind of DRUGS, but I don't think she was that drunk. Not drinking no white. I don't think she was.
I don't think that she was that fucked up like she said she was, because she told her dad.
I think it was planned, and this was the storyline, is what I think. Just like the 911 call was a fucking shit show act that I could not even just. I wanted to go to Moscow and like I have to stay out of Idaho, but I just want to go slap everybody. Okay. Like, I don't know, but people are sleeping just fine at night. I shouldn't say this, but I hope Ethan's Anna Maddie and Kaylee are terrorizing the fuck out of the people that know what happened. Just saying. But that's me.
I really can't believe, I can't really believe that, let's say, for example, they talk about they are so close, and you're gonna see someone that you said you care for and you care about laying down on the floor, and you say that, well, she gets drunk all the time, and I thought she was passed out, like.
And they called somebody else to the fucking man. Listen,
you don't see the blood. Like, you don't see the blood.
Yeah, she did. And the thing is you don't call people that you're nervous something happened to and not do nothing. You just don't go check on them. Get the fuck out of here.
Right,
we know Dylan went upstairs at least once, and I think her Apple Watch, we don't have all of her data, and unless somebody else had on her watch, which is fucking full of shit. Okay, so we know she went up 2 flights of stairs once. So she knew what went on with Kaylee and Maddie. What, did she just not go in that room? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I don't believe. And then waiting for someone to go in there like Hunter.
Bethany's phone didn't do that. That's what I'm saying. That I don't think Bethany knew exactly what was going on. And when she did find out, then they were like, now you know you can't because they'll blame you, you know. And she's like, whoa, what the fuck? And she knows all the people just got killed. She's not going to run out of the house going, 911. Who the fuck is doing that? Nobody.
What's up with that story? What's up with that story of that? It was 2 things that is being put out there that I really would love you take on it. It was, first and foremost, the alleged camera in the back parking lot of the house. If you heard anything about that.
I can't figure that one out because nobody said anything else about it.
And there's
they
nothing
just said
in
it
court.
was supposed to be there. But I think that was
about it.
I think that they had somebody say that shit, honestly, at this point. I think they just was trying to divert shit because they didn't realize the media, they didn't realize we were going to be on it like this. And they know they're fucked.
And what about the girls not being at the house when this happened? How you feel about that?
Well, I think, listen to me. I think if Bethany could have got the fuck up out of there, I think Bethany would have, because I think she was trying when she called Jenna or whatever that girl's name is.
I agree. It's a chance of that.
I don't blame Bethany. I'd have been trying to get the fuck up out of there too. I can't blame her at all. I think Bethany's really traumatized. I think Bethany's really scared. And I think Bethany knows she's going to have to live the rest of her fucking life, not able to say anything that she knows could have, might have happened. You know what I mean? And I think
from other witnesses, she's the only one the defense wanted to talk to.
And listen, and the thing is, her stories didn't, to me, her stories really didn't contradict. You know what I mean? I think, and you can tell she's like, you know, and she can never tell the truth. Probably, she has kids. She's going to have to worry about, are they going to kill her kids? I think this is that type of thing. So I do think she's traumatized. Again, I think she's traumatized by what she said in that impact statement about having to sleep with her parents. The very detail she gave, I get chills when I say it. I believe her. I hate to say this.
On the sentencing. She didn't even went to court on the sentencing.
No, she won't go to Moscow. She's scared. Dylan don't care. She just prancing around. She gonna go up in there with that fucking bullshit she did. I can't do it.
Yeah, Dylan, it was like, whoa, what's up with the gang? We all here.
I think Emily and
Bill, just stand right there, Bill. I can't see. How do I see him?
I think Emily and Bethany are innocent. I think that Emily found out Hunter Johnson might be more involved than what she thought. And there's that. But I believe what Emily said, because Emily did not. She said that, what time they got up? Well, she didn't ever mention Hunter texting Ethan because I don't think she knew right then that Hunter had texted Ethan about the party. She probably was asleep. Hunter was probably awake and told her he was asleep. You know what I'm saying?
Very important details. Very important.
You know, because she was upset. She was really upset. That's the only one that was upset besides Bethany in the interview. And Bethany was upset, but she was like trying to get out of there. Like she was scared.
What do you think about Emma and Demetrius?
I think they know people, but I don't think they had anything to do directly. I did for a little bit, but
I think they brought him in. They brought him in just to put more people.
And just like after I watched the body cam video, I don't think Emma had anything to do with that dude dying. I think they actually saved him. He went to somebody else's house afterwards. They weren't with him. And then he did more drugs. And Emma's like, I told him to stay at the hospital. You know what I mean? Not that she should have gave it to him to begin with. I'm just saying that it was told to us.
They never got in trouble for that, right?
Well, yeah, but the thing is he left the hospital on his own. They did take him to the hospital. They took him to the hospital. Most people wouldn't. So y'all have to look at that. They took him. She was shocked. She's like, what do you mean he left the hospital? She's 2 hours away from where that boy went. I'm not saying they're innocent on everything. I'm saying that right there, they shouldn't have been arrested. That was stupid because the people that house that had all them drugs should have been arrested. They didn't arrest them people where the boy was and died.
Trisha, what about Murphy?
Murphy was put outside. And when he come back in, there was a paw print in, was it Kaylee's room I saw? On the floor. One little paw print.
You see, we was talking about that narrative. You remember that they said that they found Murphy with the door open and he had been a good boy sitting in the room. Like he wouldn't go to the crime scene, right? Like he wouldn't try to see his mommy, right?
Yeah, he was outside. And
so he was outside.
But see, the thing is Dylan and them opened that door sometime at 5, 4, 6, whatever, before daylight, I think, in my opinion. Murphy come in and they kept him out of the room. I think he might have got in there once or something because there is a paw print that I saw, but they either washed his paws or they kept him out of there.
Because remember, what was that? The sheriff, I think it was either the sheriff or Moscow. I think it was the sheriff. He was
in Katie's room, so they put him in Katie's room and closed the door. That's what they did with him.
Okay, so but the whole thing about taking Murphy to the
they were shady as shit with that.
Right, and then it's like brought him in, didn't log him in, but let the manager know, and then took him out without letting the manager know. But he was already showered, nail clip, and everything like evidence.
And people were blaming Jack D for that, and Jack didn't have anything to do with that shit. He had to go to the pound and go up there and get him, and they were telling him that they didn't even fucking have him, and they had lost him or some shit at first. Like it was crazy. The shit they was telling him. So
I feel that it was some kind of evidence on Murphy, and it was the whole reason why they got rid of Murphy, far as shower him, clip him, and give him back to Jack. Whatever.
There is a paw print on Kaylee's floor, or Maddie's floor, I think it was
on the blood.
Yeah, and it was a blood it was.
So that means that they knew that he had blood on his palm where they took him to.
So he probably got in there. He probably got in there and they got him out of there as soon as they could, wash his paw off and put him in Kaylee's room. That's what I think.
That right there, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's an issue with chain of custody because the dog becomes evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Because as soon as they see the palm of the dog paw,
because they told him that Jack
automatically.
Yeah, because why would they take him to the pound anyway? Because they told him that Jack and Kaylee both owned the dog. That's where Jack was confused. Why the fuck did y'all take him to the pound? Why didn't y'all just
as criminal procedure, if a dog some way somehow a dog is involved in the crime scene, however that's the involvement, the dog automatically gets taken to the forensic department.
You know what I mean? They were making all these other excuses, and Jack was just like, well, why the fuck didn't they just give them to me if they weren't going to test him anyway? You know what I mean? Like,
but they didn't, though. They did, like, right now, is no evidence that they did any type of forensic on the dog.
They didn't. They said they didn't. That's why I think Jack was confused. He's like, well, why the fuck did they do that? Take them if they weren't going to do test on them. You know what I mean?
And then he get rid of Murphy?
No, he's got Murphy. The other reason I don't believe. Yes.
I heard that he gave him an adoption to a family member or something.
No, he just put pictures up with him and Murphy.
Did he? On IG?
Yeah, he's got pictures.
Murphy's Instagram.
Yeah. Murphy, I think, is still spoiled. But the other reason I don't think Jack D did anything, he let them police come in without a warrant and search his house twice.
Yeah, and they found blood in the house too.
Yeah, but it was one of the guys. It was like
in 17 minutes on the conversation, they were like, bro, you don't remember what you spoke to her, bro? Like what's going on?
But I don't think he did. I think that I think he was drunk. And I think that was a phone call where he probably left the phone on or something, but I think their plan was to call Jack to make it look like Kaylee was doing that or whatever. I think because Maddie never called Jack. They said Maddie never called Jack. Maddie never called Jack. So that's just weird to me.
If let's say, for example, you remember we heard the screams at 2:27 due to the whatever they fuck up on the mute button on the footage, right? Because it was muted all the way from 12 a.m. to I don't know how 2:27, something like that, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion, oh my God, in my opinion, if let's say we could say that those screens were part of the crime, right? Let's say that right there will put all type of cell phone data of them being alive, making phone calls, ordering
Cy-Ray looked at Jack D's. He could tell where his handoff is. Even if he was close to that house, he could tell. And I don't think that Jack D had anything to do with it.
That'll be great. That'll be great to find out in the future. What'll be the development of the?
Oh yeah, he's going to tell you.
Because in my opinion, Jack D has so much. Like in my opinion, Jack D has so much invested on Kaylee that whatever was the breakup and whatever was being
they
said
break up all the time. They would break up and get back together all the time. Though I do think they got along.
Right now, if you ask me, is so much stuff. Again, I wish it's gonna be a day that we're gonna sit down and be like, okay, now I could talk. But in my opinion, it is so much stuff that points at Jack D at this day today.
Yeah, I mean it does.
I cannot get him out of the alter perpetrator spectrum of it. You know what I'm saying? As far as true crime goes. Yeah. I cannot get him out of the picture because the investigation against him never cleared him. Like it was nothing in that investigation. The Moscow PD could have come up and said we clear him, because at the end of the day, I think you could agree with me. It's not one document that said that he was cleared.
Because they didn't. I mean? They just went to another person. They didn't just skip him.
Right, and that there by itself is fishy to me. And I can't wait. I tell you, I can't wait for Cy-Ray book. I'm so.
And he's going to tell us. I'm telling y'all, the two he's going to list is Dylan Quinn. There's other ones he won't list because he can't legally, but he's going to tell you that there was, I think, 4 people is what he says, phones that knew the victims that were tracked to that house at the time.
Who you think it was the alter perpetrators that Ann Taylor was talking about that live right next door?
Whoever the fuck is at that house with Cy-Ray's handoff data. That's how I think she got to that.
And I tell you what, I can't wait. You got me sold out about the book. And I tell you what,
I almost crossed on myself. I almost had a heart attack because I do my readings. I don't remember a lot of them. I remember what I got about Quinn. And y'all, I didn't think that was going to be the exact way that shit happened. And when Cy-Ray, I said, what the fuck?
And I know you love this case. You really want justice for the victim.
Yeah, because
I tell you what, if we ever, and I have said it here in many live streams, if we ever get to find out, let's say, a bottom line for us as Bryan Kohberger, a bottom line about all the names that is being spoke about in this case, I can't wait. This is one of those cases, this and the Kylie Rodney case. It's the 2 cases that I wish we had a resolution that is clear.
Have you watched Birdie? I didn't used to watch Birdie because somebody said something. But Birdie's thing where he's talking about.
I don't discriminate. Like I watch all true crime content creators.
I haven't watched all his stuff, but he was doing something. I don't know if you watched it the other night. He was doing something where he was talking about the investigate, like when they arrested Bryan Kohberger. If you haven't watched that, watch that because that's gonna answer.
I'm gonna take a look at it. Listen, I know that I put a live stream. I like to pick on my content creators. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I have to pay a little bit more attention to Birdie, and I'll make sure I do that, and we will talk about it. Also, can we have a book conversation after the book come out?
Yes.
That'll be
Yes.
great.
Because y'all
That'll
know
be
I'm
great.
I mean, I love, like I said, I investigated Cyree before I said I loved him. Like, you can't tell me shit when Cyree's talking, because that's just how I am. But I've watched everything the man's done, so
If someone I would love to hear full like opinion on everything that is going on after the book come out is you. That I'm definitely I'm looking into that. Again, I have you um I have your notifications turned on, so anything that you put out there, even though I don't comment, I'll see it. I'm not trying to send no hate your way, because if people see me in the comments showing you love, man, fuck Jrod. Fuck Jrod.
I don't care. And I'll tell them that it don't matter, because you know what? I don't care what people say. I'm not doing this for clout. I don't care if I never have but the 2,000 people I have. I'm doing it because I feel like I'm attached to these kids now. Their souls. I didn't know them when they were alive, but they're like my best friends now. And as dorky as that sounds, Xana's always like, I'm just very attached to all four of them. Xana and Ethan, I've been more attached to, but Xana especially. Like, you can't tell me I don't talk to her all day long, because I do.
I gotta say, I love your passion about this case. Like the honesty and the good energy about you, it has come out since day one, and that's why I appreciate you so much being part of
and I'm
this
not
community.
I don't consider myself a pro-burger. Do I care about Bryan Kohberger? Yes. If he's innocent, he don't need to be there. But I am not writing him. I'm not a pro-burger. I'm pro Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, and Ethan, and justice.
Me too. And honestly, a lot of people call me pro-burger and whatnot, but it's like, dude, like you have to feel for these young adults. Like it's no reason for them to go through that, and their families neither. And if he's a minute benefit of the doubt, I want that benefit of the doubt to be out the way.
Yeah, and if he's innocent, I am for him, because there's no sense in him being in jail. What's the point? It's not the people that did it. It's not serving justice. So,
and I'll tell you
but that interview that Birdie did, where he's talking about, I'll send you the link that way, because when he talks about that, and he's got the paperwork from when Bryan was arrested, the shit that was said and taught is real weird. You'll see when I send it to you. And that shit right there, I was like, oh my God. I think that answers some of our questions.
And you know what though, like you just saying that about it, it's like you calling my curiosity. I'm like, I think I'm gonna look at it today.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm fixing it off here. My phone is dying, but I'm fixing to put this on the charger, and I'm gonna send you that link, probably in the chat.
Trisha, I gotta tell you, thank you so much for passing by. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I wish again we could have more people in the community that could have these conversations with us and have a agree and disagree moment. And if it's a full agree, might as well celebrate about it. But I thank you so much.
If we all agreed on the same thing, we would never figure anything out. I listen to people I don't agree with. I don't listen to people that are blatantly just rude about anything. Even the people that I agree with, if they're rude about it, I don't listen to that. But I listen to people I disagree with, because that's how you learn. I'm not right about everything, so. But
Trisha,
I'm gonna love y'all too, and I'm gonna send you in the chat. I'm gonna send you the link to Birdie's thing. That way, other people can watch it too. Because I don't explain it good, but you will be into it tonight, Jrod, if you watch it. It's crazy.
I gotta tell you, Trisha, we did miss you. Haven't been live for a while. We did miss you big time. We really appreciate you, and thank you for everything that you do, not just for the true crime community, but also for us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Y'all have a good night.
Trisha, you're the best. Ladies and gentlemen, say round of applause to Deception Dismantled. Trisha, round of applause. Thank you so much, Trisha. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Great conversations, like you feel the love, the energy, the passion. Make sure everyone go and subscribe to Trisha. If anyone could find the link and share it, that'll be great. I'm looking for it right now. I want to share Trisha's channel because she's amazing. She's a great sport. She's a great true crime content creator and a better person. Thank you so much, Trisha, for being here. Make sure everyone go and subscribe to Deception Dismantle. I'm looking for the link in the chat. Oh, did I found it? Yes. Yes, I found it. Actually, let me click on it. Let me click on it, so like that I could get the whole link. and share it for our beloved sister, true crime sister. Make sure everybody please gonna hit the link. That's her channel. Make sure that everyone go and subscribe to Trisha and Deception Dismantle. She is one of, if not the best, of true crime content creators that we have here in the True Crime Nation YouTube. Just as well for Kathy from the Indie Zone. We appreciate Kathy so much for everything that she does. Sleuty Goose and many other true crime content creators like Harsh. Where's Harsh? I need to have Harsh on my show. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's a busy man. Last time he told me, you know my schedule, brother. You know my schedule. And I'm like, come on, do it for me. But big shout out to Harsh. Big shout out to all those content creators. Big shout out to Dago. I want to say shout out to Dago. I haven't talked to Dago for a long time. I miss the guy. Very good content creator. Big shout out to Dago. Big shout out to many other true crime content creators that actually care about the Idaho 4 and Bryan Kohberger case. Big shout out to Beyond the Pale. Big shout out to Beyond the Pale. She's amazing. Big shout out to everybody. Please go and subscribe to her. She's amazing true crime content creator. Many others. Amy Conway, Tigo Bites. Big shout out to Tigo Bites. Big shout out. If you have all the true crime content creators to recommend, don't be shy. Put them in the chat. Make sure that everyone gets the information of those content creators that you like and you appreciate. You want them to, for the people to take a look at. We actually advise to make sure. Feel free to share your favorites YouTube true crime content creators. Big shout out to Jane. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Big shout out to Yoels Mora. Big shout out to Tiga Bites. Big shout out to Sky Blue. Big shout out to Trisha. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciated. I really, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. Oh, Nancy Rowe. Big shout out to Nancy Rowe. Nancy Rowe was here. Anybody else in the chat? Let's make sure that we get to the comment section. Jane said Jack D involved. I think I agree with that. I think we could all agree with that. Amy Conway. Blood and both Jacks. Whites on a 17th floor. Wolves bomb. Big shout out to Amy Conway with the information. As always, please make sure that everybody click like, subscribe, and share the content. I really do appreciate each one of ya for being here today. I really do miss ya. Make sure to please everybody go and show me some love. Show me some love right here and that On Point Rican channel. Let me show you real quick. Make sure you show me some love. I will appreciate so much if everybody goes and subscribe to that On Point Rican channel. Make sure that y'all all go and subscribe to that On Point Rican channel. That's where I'm active every day in the comment section. Oh, we got the link. We got the link from Trisha. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Birdie. We're gonna definitely take a look at that live stream right here. Big shout out to Birdie. Big shout out to Trisha. I got it, Trish. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. I will be looking at that live stream for sure. I will do a little study about that. Big shout out to Birdie. Hopefully we could have conversations someday. But again, please make sure show me some love. Go and subscribe to the On Point Rican channel. That's where I'm at every day. I come here to bring love and bring the best true crime content creation to the big channel. But also I'm developing a very small channel with great participation from the community as a small channel, the On Point Rican channel, Jrod On Point. Make sure to everyone, please go and show me love over there. If you want to talk to me in the comment section, instead of commenting here, go over there, comment in the comment section on the videos over there, and you will get a reply from Mademoiselle Let Be over there. This channel, as y'all well know, is the big channel, but it's for live streams, and that's it. That's it. I love this channel. I love everyone that is subscribed. I love all the moderators in this channel. But as y'all well know, we here for special occasions only. Like a day like today, having Trisha on the chat, having Trisha on the panel, having great conversations about the show. Like days like this of impact for the YouTube true crime content creation and the community, that well deserved the best information that we could provide to y'all to the 100%. We can't wait say the cops involved. We could agree with that some way somehow. They are involved either in the cover up or whatnot. We could agree with that. Painted deserves say I'm a faithful birdie hive. Oh shit, big shout outs to you. Big shout outs to you. Whenever you can, let Birdie know to come and holler at me. We need to have conversation. We need to talk. We need to talk. And if you want to see me talking to Birdie, let him know that you want him to talk to Jrod on point, and I will more than happy have a great conversation with Birdie, and I'll be as nice as he is. If he nice to me, I'm nice to him, and it'll be an amazing conversation from two alpha males in the true crime community. Big shout out to Birdie. Very so much appreciate all the work that he does for the true crime community. Big shout out to Birdie. Bam, bam, bam. Know what I'm saying? But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are gonna leave it here for today. I love y'all so much. This live stream is gonna be going live on the On Point Rican channel at some point tomorrow after the premiere that we have for tomorrow. I mean today at 12 p.m. We're gonna have a premiere on the On Point Rican channel. We're gonna be talking about JLR investigates and the Magnolia allegations of DV or whatnot. We got a premiere going out tomorrow on the On Point Rican channel. If you want the details, make sure you go and subscribe to that channel. And also, again, this live stream is gonna go live over there on the On Point Rican channel for show purposes, and we're gonna make sure we refurbish and put the show out as we always edit with much love and dedication for the true crime community. Thank you so much to all of you, and please make sure to send me some love. This is the best way you could send me some love and help the production of this show and help this family to grow. As y'all well know, the On Point family. Anything that you could do is very so much appreciated. And make sure you subscribe to the On Point Rican, and make sure to click like, subscribe, and share the content. I think we're gonna leave it here, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you so much, and I appreciate y'all for the love that y'all always give ya to Mama Celebi and everything that we do here. Big shout out to Jane and Conway, all our moderators. Big shout out to Trisha, our guest today. Thank you so much for passing by and show so much love. Thank you so much, Trish. We so much appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. And to all those amazing moderators and subscribers from the On Point Rican, thank you so much for everything and all the support that y'all give us always and forever and ever and ever, ever and ever, ever. I think I'm gonna close we from my heart, as I always do every night that I go live. I really want y'all to listen. Believe in yourself, because I believe in you. If I did it, you could do it too. I ain't nothing special. I believe that you're going to take the best decisions in your life for yourself and for everyone around you. Love yourself and take care of yourself so you'll be able to love and take care of others. As always, your brother from another mother, the team to the tango, Gene to the Django, Mama Celebi, Jrod on point. I'ma see you on the On Point Rican channel. Thank you for coming, Trisha. We appreciate you. We love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for everything that you do for the true crime community and everything that you do for everyone that you show love to. Thank you so much, everyone. And I think we're gonna leave you with your favorite song. My favorite song. You so sexy. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a beautiful everything in life. I'ma see ya soon.
man, vamos a misionar.
Come over here and let me know your name, boy. Your sexy smile got me checking for your seal. You caught my eyes and I'm seeing if you're single.